All right, we are live, I believe. Here we are. Just got an ad for barbecue sauce. I hope you watched it. So, today we are going to be doing off to a good start. We're doing a little bit of a debate. I am now joining my Discord thing here. And we are doing a debate. And I have someone to debate here, and his name is Vizik. And we're just going to go here. And we also are going to be moderated as well, which is going to be really cool. So, all right. So this should be fun. The person said they were ready, so let's see. Hey everybody, we're doing a debate. Nope, I'm only debating one person, so we're not going to be doing like a bunch of people right now. No, I don't think I'm going to be shouting anybody out, Carlos, but you also just kind of already shouted yourself out there, so. Hello, there's Scarecrow.
Hello, sir.
Hello. So you're going to moderate. Do you know how to moderate?
Mm-hmm. Be as unbiased as possible and stop you guys from killing each other. I got it.
Yeah. You go, man. Now, I do need to hear from the audience. How's the audio? Can you hear Black Scarecrow? No offense, I'm bored. The stream has not even been live like 5 minutes, dude. Relax.
You are not late, nor are you early. You are perfectly on time.
All right, there we go. Let's see. So you guys need to let me know. Hey, Vizik, can you go ahead and say stuff? See if they can hear you.
Yeah. Is my fan too loud in the background?
I can't even hear it.
Okay.
No.
Okay, let me know if anyone's too loud. What side are you on, Boom? We'll get to that in a second. We'll set this all up here in a second. All right, no shots below the belt. Yeah, I don't plan on it. Doesn't sound very fun.
This is the boring part.
Yeah, this is the boring part. You got to set it up. I like. So is everything okay? So say they'll let us know if anyone's too loud. So let me get this out of the way. So how are both of you? I should say.
I'm good. I currently am having a good morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good to hear.
Been okay.
Good.
Awesome. Chat fine. Okay, so you guys can hear me just as well as you can hear them. Say something in the chat, dude. Sup? You did it. I also can switch to my webcam, but I'm not very pretty today, so I'm gonna keep that off.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Yeah, right.
You didn't put your makeup on?
No, I
Time to
didn't.
do that?
No.
Oh damn.
Powder room was closed. You all fine? All right, sweet. You're all sounding good to me. Good to hear, guys. All right, so the topic. The topic today is reporting people in online games, specifically competitive online games. Yeah, you look sad. That's great, Carlos. Thank you. So I'm on the side that basically says acting like the sheriff in town when it comes to reporting people online is a bad practice, and there's a lot of nuance with people, and I don't think we should play a match with somebody we disagree with in the way they're playing, the way they're behaving, and instantly hit the report button, especially in games when where people are known for getting banned, or at least soft banned. So reporting don't work, not in COD. It does not work in COD. Very rarely.
And do you have a different opinion to that, Vizik?
Yes, those are gonna ask
Yeah.
next.
I'm on the side of where, no matter, especially with competitive games, if there's something that I guess you could be reported for, like anything, like cheating, whatever, I strongly or griefing, stuff of that nature, then you should at least be able to report them for that without any kind of which way can I put this? without anybody getting too upset over it.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, they're both valid points to an argument. I will concede to both. Like, you want to be able to report people for reasons, but at the same time, I feel like you shouldn't be able to report them for literally any reason that's annoying one person. So, anyway, so how do you want to do this? You just want to what present a case?
Well, I guess I'll just say where this started. What triggered me a little bit last night, and maybe I'm streaming. I can just go find it. So last night, Drifter tweeted out. I don't feel bad for showing his Twitter. I mean, it's public anyway. So this tweet right here on screen triggered me. Drifter tweeted out that he's like, "This is my favorite reason for reporting somebody so far in Overwatch." And basically, he came across a person that was openly super drunk while playing. Every time she got a kill, she took a shot. Solo res took a shot. Oh my god, you like vodka too? Do shots. So basically, she was very drunk, and Drifter decided to send a report. Now, I did see the humor in the way he wrote his report, but I did not agree with it because of how that comes off. That came off to me as completely overbearing, in my opinion, to go into a match with somebody that's drunk and is being ridiculous in the chat and feeling the need to write a report about them. I felt like that was bad. I felt like that was poorly handled, and I don't believe. Let me just, I guess, like get my one thing out here first. I don't think that reporting people is wrong. So I guess we'll start with Vizik here.
Do you agree or disagree with that, Vizik?
Okay. Do you want me to just kind of give my side of the debate?
Yep.
Okay. Well, since it's, I guess, correlated with Overwatch, I'm kind of probably going to touch on that side. But my deal is, especially with Overwatch, is Overwatch at this point in time, you know, I've played a lot of Overwatch here recently, and Overwatch is just one of those games that, you know, people love to troll, throw, you know, stuff in competitive. The biggest issue I had here was the fact that when reporting somebody, you know, let's say for drunk or being drunk in this case, I 100% felt it was justifiable. And this is kind of why. Within a competitive kind of environment, one of the things that should be kind of known is you're there to win, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And if something kind of steers that in any way, shape, or form by somebody on your team or the other team, is that due to cheating, griefing, whatever, then you should not be allowed to play that if you're doing something that hinders the competitive environment of that game, and in this case, Overwatch. So I felt like this report was 100% justifiable because, you know, if you're drunk, you can't really play to the extent of somebody obviously not being drunk. You're not really making rational decisions as a team or for your team. You know, you're not really helping much, if you understand what I'm saying, while drunk. So I felt like it was 100% justifiable.
This, like, just to clear this up, this was in like the actual competitive, like it wasn't casual matchmaking.
No, it wasn't quick play at all. It was he was doing competitive play. I don't do competitive Overwatch. It's not main stage, no, but it's not. It is the competitive side. And my actually that's how I was going to open up my point here, was that when it comes to competitive Overwatch, and even Drifter has said this, it feels like it's more played than the quick play. It's relatively accessible, and I feel like if somebody is able to get into competitive and that's what they enjoy playing and they're drunk and they're being goofy, and you know, let's not okay, I'm not going to dumb it down by saying goofy as if that, like, you know, dumb, you know, well, no, let's just say she's being annoying, right? And she's not being helpful. I don't feel like, again, because of how accessible it is, you're going to get all types of people in that competitive scene. Sometimes people just play competitive because that's casual to them. You know what I mean? Like, that's just their routine. And Superdog actually just wrote here exactly what I'm thinking, is that when it comes to Drifter, anybody playing games without a full team, I don't care. I don't really care about the SR thing or the solo thing. We can get into that later. But when you go into a game without a team, match make at your own risk. Like, you're going to come across drunk people. You're going to come across assholes. And that's why I tweeted him last night. I come across drunk, crazy, high people all the time. And not just when I'm playing COD. It's when I'm playing any game that has a voice chat. I can't even go on Counter-Strike Go on the off times that I play it without getting some dude screaming into the mic and he's blaring music. And no, I'm not in the competitive side, and I know that is like the deciding factor here with you, Vizlik, is that it is competitive. It is the competitive thing. I just feel like with Overwatch specifically, it doesn't matter. And in just online gaming competitive sides, I would say mute, move on, leave after that game, complain about it, make fun of the person, go on Twitter and rant. I feel like sending a report, especially about someone that's drunk, just seems a little bit... There's something off about that to me. There's something off about that to me, because the person, we don't know what her deal was. And, if she plays a lot of competitive to the point that she's comfortable going in there drunk and ridiculous, I don't know. It's like, I don't feel like that is deserving of a report.
Well,
Okay, so-
it depends. It depends. Like,
Go on.
I'm just gonna butt in for a second, but it depends also on like the level of, like if she was being toxic. Because some people are like really funny drunk. Some people are really like, bad drunk.
Yeah, and that's the
But
thing. From Drifter's tweet here.
Judging.
Yeah.
Yeah, judging from what he said, she seemed like the kind of person that's not very fun to be around. But in the same sense, like, I can see where you're both coming from, because yes, if the competitive play is more popular than quick play, then you are going to get all kinds of people in there, not just drunk. You probably get people that are high on other substances, and you probably get people that have got, background situations that are really interesting and stuff. But at the same time, you're also in there to win, and you're also relying on your teammates. I do feel like, though, if you're in a situation where you're relying on a person like that to win, you kind of at a disadvantage.
Yeah, let's focus
anyway.
on that. So I guess we'll start with Vizlik. You're going for wins. So the whole idea is the winning side of things.
Yeah,
and you're
I want to
going
touch
win.
on what you said too, with what Superdog said in chat. He said matchmaking at your own risk. I completely agree with that. Some of the issue I have with Overwatch, especially with competitive, is I strongly feel like you should at least be, prestige, which is, level 100 in order to play competitive, because that kind of, it gives you if you really want to play competitive, you're going to grind for it, and then you're going to, in turn, get the benefits of playing competitive, whether that be, I don't know. It kind of filters out some of that nonsense, toxic people.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
with, matchmaking at your own risk, especially with solo queuing, I 100% agree with that. I go into competitive games knowing, if I'm solo queuing, that there's more than likely a high chance of me getting somebody that's kind of a little toxic, and, results may vary depending on the person, but I feel like that still doesn't kind of, what's the way to put this, kind of change the fact that it still should be kind of filtered out by a reporting system for the people who are kind of too far with it, or in this case, drunk. Because if somebody is drunk, like you said, you can have the funny drunk, or you just have the super toxic drunk, somebody not doing something. I feel like in a situation like that, if the person was drunk and was playing well, then obviously nobody was probably going to report her.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, apparently, things got a little toxic, I guess. So it resulted in somebody or Drifter reporting her.
Well, that's the thing. Like, when it comes to Drifter's tweet, like, he doesn't sound like she's being toxic. She sounds like he says, "Got a kill, take a shot. Solo res, take a shot." That almost sounds like a drinking game, like some sort of like celebratory game night thing to me.
Yeah, and that's the thing that too, because whether you think it was right that, like, you felt if she was fun or funny or whatever during that, she got reported or not. That's the kind of thing that's I guess what you feel you want to do. But on a more I guess, objective note, then that's technically still kind of not fair if she's not performing the way she could have been in a teamwork environment. And again, I think Drifter plays at like platinum, so it's really not that big of a deal at his level, but still there's kind of a level of teamwork that you're missing out on for that person being drunk. So I still, again, rightfully feel like she should have got that report.
I just feel like in a competitive sense, in a competitive environment like that, it's played on such a mass and there's so many people there. I feel like having standards for teammates, I feel like that kind of counterdicts the whole match make at your own risk. It's like match make at your own risk, but if someone's not being helpful, whether they're intoxicated, they're rude, I know a big thing in Overwatch is people getting really pissy that you're not playing the hero they think you should play. My girlfriend's complain about this, Drifters complain about this. I've heard so many people that play a lot of Overwatch, they say like there's always the one guy that will even like forfeit the game because you didn't let him play as a hero he wanted to play, or something along those lines. People apparently get really into that. And I feel like, yeah, you're going to run into that. And if you're going to take competitive games seriously and you're really taking the whole, the team-based environment, you're taking that part seriously. And going into Overwatch, you are looking for, again, like a team-based environment, and play with a team. I know that I know there's a thing in Overwatch specifically that has the solo queue, and somebody tweeted to me, and I didn't know this until today, that if you do solo queue in Overwatch, you get more SR. Is that correct?
Well, that kind of depends on your MMR, so that's which is basically a non-numeric skill rating that the game decides for you. You don't know about, but I've never really heard about that, but it could be the case.
Well, okay, let's just assume it is the case, and there is like good reason for playing solo queue. I feel like if you are going in there, not just for SR, you're not just grinding SR, you are actually going in there to have coherent teamwork, and again, you're going in there for competitive, then why are you going in there solo? Drifter could have anybody he wants. He could get a team together of competent Overwatch players with a snap of a finger that he knows aren't going to try to fuck him up. But he doesn't do that. So, why?
I feel like I feel like that, for one, like, this probably doesn't happen regularly. Like, I'm not going to say that I can't speak for the individual, obviously, but I'm probably going to guess that she probably doesn't play Overwatch drunk every single night / evening / day.
Maybe she does. That's her power.
She might, but that just doesn't seem very logical. So it's kind of, I do agree with Broom in the sense that it is a bit unfair and too far to report her like that, because if she gets game restrictions or account restrictions over being drunk in a video game, even if it is online in a competitive environment, I think that's a little far, because for one, you're not exactly, depending on how drunk you are, accountable for what you do when you're drunk. So she could have had a really, really shitty day and then decided, fuck it, I'm going to get very, very drunk and play some Overwatch. We don't know her personal circumstances, but not only that, it's kind of difficult to really say that just get out of here because you're drunk, because it's kind of like denying her some of her pleasure. She spent the same amount of money as anyone else on the game, so
that's a point that I was going to make, not to like hog the stage here, but like if that's her prerogative, that's how she enjoys playing, and that was her thing. And yes, it might have not allowed Drifter to win, but again, if you're looking for guaranteed teamwork to the point that when you don't get it, you're going to start throwing around the report button. And also, I'm going to speculate about Drifter's tweet here, and this is a huge critical no-no, but I'm going to do it. He says, my favorite reason for reporting somebody so far. The implication there is that he does a lot of reporting, and as much as he complains about toxicity and all the things he runs into, I'm sure he has a lot of reasons to report some people. If he's being harassed, if he's, being called out all the time, then yeah, being an asshole should get you a report. But if you're going into a team-based setting and you're looking for that, then get it. You're Drifter. Just send a tweet out. Just send a goddamn tweet out and play with people. Even if you're not a drifter, people here watching this, if you're not a drifter and you can't just get, 6 people in your game immediately, well, go on Reddit, join a community. In fact, I was told by one of Drifter's friends, when I was talking about I didn't have anybody else to play with except for Drifter at the time with Overwatch, I was told, go find a community. Go on Reddit, go make a team. That's what I was told. She's like, if you want to win and you want to do well, go get a team. That's what I was told. Now, Vizik, do you agree with that?
I agree with what you're saying when it involves teamwork, but what I disagree with is the, I guess, drive to play competitive Overwatch. In this sense, I mean, I'm going to take it as myself, and, my sister plays it, my friends play it. It's not really necessarily that we want to get it, like, say we play together. It's not necessarily that we want to play together, to get that teamwork. It's that well, that's kind of not helping my point if we're playing as a team. Okay, let's say I solo queue. I'm not going in to kind of get the, teamwork vibe with my team in order to win. I just want to win. And if I don't have if I have, let's say in the situation, drunk, it's really hard to win when the person's drunk, which again is kind of not within the rules of Overwatch competitive, and can result in you getting reported. And two, I want to note that, yeah, I completely agree with Scarecrow, where, it might have been that situation where she just, that night she wanted to get drunk, whatever. And it's not something somebody, that they could be doing very often. It's just this one-time thing, whatever.
Right.
I agree with that. But normally with report systems, I can't say for sure with Overwatch, but I know with a lot of games with report systems, one report is not going to result in anything. No. Or even if the whole team was to report somebody, it's going to take multiple games for the, I guess, Blizzard in this sense to take notice of this and go through and review the gameplay.
Oh yeah, and don't think that I think that she's going to get banned because Drifter did it or anything like that, or that she's going to get banned or lose her account and I feel so bad for her. My problem is the attitude. And that's why I made that video. That you guys maybe that are watching this probably saw my video called "Keeping Competitive Online Games Clean" or whatever I called it. That was about the mentality. It's just kind of the catty bitch thing, and that I'm not calling anybody that, but that's what people call it. It's just kind of lurking around communities, games, around people. There's always the lady at church that follows the kids around to make sure they're not doing anything wrong. It's the attitude of there's a new sheriff in town. How dare you be in my game and be drunk? I'm writing out a report. That mentality is so strong in Overwatch. It's this like correction authoritarian shit.
Well, see, I understand what you're saying, and that's kind of I seen what you posted on Twitter, and I seen it on your channel, and to be honest, it triggered me a little bit. But I think the thing is especially with something like that, is if the game is giving you access to be, I guess, reported for, in a sense, in that kind of manner, then just should I not use it? Or in another sense, if they're destroying the competitive environment, should I just let it go? Because, I mean, we can use this,
We're not going to be in that lobby forever.
Well, yeah, but I could use this same sense or that same logic within somebody cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he's cheating. Should I report him?
Well, yeah, not? Cheating, or do you report them? Those are two different things.
Well, I mean, it's kind of the same thing if you think about it, because yeah, that person's cheating. It's causing your team, like say he's on your team, to win, and well, the other team's basically screwed. Well, that other team's more than likely going to report him, and if that person's teammate or teammates, the guy cheating is any kind of good person, they'll report him. But it's just because, like, let's go back to this situation where they're drunk. Now that person's team is like at a disadvantage because this person is drunk. Just like in the other scenario where the other team was at a disadvantage because the other team had a cheater. It's kind of the same thing. Yeah, cheating's a little bit more severe, but it's kind of the same idea that it's still hindering the competitive nature of what competitive is supposed to be. That's why I kind of got mad, and I was thinking, well, why why is it such a bad thing that I want a competitive game to be played competitively?
Yeah,
That's kind of my
Let's go back to your comparison of the cheater. I fully agree. If somebody's harassing you, they should be reported. For instance, I don't know how many people here watched Drifter's video about toxicity in Overwatch. I know Scarecrow did because he did a video on it. But my frustration with his video is he shows an example of assholes, like genuine assholes that are being sexist, a little racist. They're obviously trolling, but they're being assholes. And yeah, report those people because they're going in there and using the comm system to be dicks. But when somebody goes on the comm system and is just drunk, you're not... I'll get into I have a point about alcoholism after this as well, but it's not as prevalent. It's a little bit more call to emotion. But the implication that, or not the implication, the comparison that cheating and being less helpful are the same things. Like, if somebody aimbotting, somebody glitching into a wall, somebody getting wall hacked, something along those lines is the same thing as somebody going in and being derpy, dumb, goofy, drunk. I don't...
No, I'm not just saying like those two specific things are in any way, shape, or form relatable. I'm talking about in which the scenarios they lie in. Both teams, again, like the cheater,
one team would be
the
at an
other
advantage
teams,
if they had like an aimbot.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that.
But exactly, that's the way it works. If say somebody on your team is drunk, that person's not going to be very helpful if they're drunk. They're drunk, so that other team has the advantage in that point because say if that person was on my team, I have the disadvantage and they have the advantage. I basically have one less man on my team, so to speak.
I'm just to put this in here. Whether or not what side of the fence you are on, I do think that the woman was at fault. Like, if you are like inebriated or drunk or high or whatever, I don't think you should be going into a competitive environment of any kind because it like if for Overwatch they have a playlist specifically dedicated, however casual it may be at this point, it's specifically created for competitive play. Like, you go in there to win. So if you want to play a game and like drunk or inebriated,
here's some speculation. What if she was drunk and she meant to go into quick play?
That could have happened, but
if she was snockered to the point that she was taking shots after solo reses, like Drifter explains in his message there, to Blizzard, then who knows? She could have just... but that's speculation. It's not really relevant, but that's just something that's kind of interesting.
Like, I've brought up the Blizzard's code of conduct for all their multiplayer things here, and it says for their communication thing here, it says, when participating in communication of any kind, whether it be chat, voice communication, you're responsible for how you express yourself. You may not use language that could be offensive or vulgar to others. Hate speech and discriminating language is inappropriate, blah, blah, blah. Threatening or harassing other players is unacceptable. And violating them will result in account restrictions. I think that when you're going online to play a multiplayer game, I think you should be aware of those anyway. Most of it's common sense, of course. But I think the one thing that I will state is that I think everyone here can agree that the woman was at fault. I don't think you should be...
I don't think you should be... No, I don't... And maybe Vizik definitely agrees with me. I don't think if you are drunk... you should go, I'm going to go into casual and not even try. I don't think... No, that's not cool. I also don't think it's cool to be like, a drunk person in my competitive match? Oh, you're getting reported. And also I'm biased here because my reporting times in Overwatch, in COD, in Battlefield is if I notice cheating, exploiting, or somebody's genuinely harassing me or somebody else. That's what ever hit it.
Yeah, with me, and I'll be honest too, that's exactly the way I was with playing games online. If the only time I've ever reported somebody is if they're clearly cheating. But playing Overwatch more and more and more, I've noticed, especially going up in the ranks a little bit more, is you get this more mentality of, well, I'm just not going to be a team player because you did this or that you did this, or somebody literally just coming in the game throwing per se and not really caring, or and two, not even coming in voice chat can kind of hinder the team a little bit. And I understand too with the whole drunk thing. Maybe she didn't know she was joining competitive. Maybe she thought it was quick play. you know, again, that in that situation, she probably only got maybe. I doubt anybody else reported her or will report her again. So it's really just it's going by the wayside. That report's not really going anywhere. But I guess my sort of aura with my point was, you know, something like this should be reported for. Yes, more than likely she's not going to get in trouble for it, and I know that. But I think it should be noted because if, say, she was to continue to do it, there would be past evidence of her doing that due to somebody reporting her for it. And then she could rightfully be penalized for that.
I personally don't think she's going to get reported that often because I think most people would just be like, well, I'm not going to play with her again. I'm not going to be here again. You know, after this match, it's over. I mean...
Well, yeah, that's too, with thing with Overwatch is, I think I should point this out too. Depending on what region you're at and, you know, what rank you're at, more than likely you're going to get into, especially if you're up in the higher ranks, you're going to get into the same lobby with the same people nearly every time, especially if you're up in like the Masters, the Grand Masters. You're literally going to see the same people every time you queue. And I just thought I'd point that out too.
Actually, that's a good point because, okay, when it comes to that then, if she's in the level to play with Drifter, and I think Scarecrow's right as well, I don't think she got there being drunk unless it was her friend's account, boyfriend's account, or someone else. Like if she actually got there, and then yeah, Scarecrow's right, she probably doesn't get drunk all the time. I would just I cannot get behind. Let me really hammer my argument here because like I feel like I've been a little soft. I do not think the sheriff mentality works. I don't think that works for communities, and it comes off as authoritarian. It puts a bad taste in my mouth when somebody underperforms in a competitive game. Again, this is not main stage competitive. This is just the competitive playlist. If somebody is not up to par, whether it's because they're drunk or just stupid, they do not deserve a report. I'd also like to know if Drifter or anybody else on Overwatch reports players just for being bad. That would not... See, like, there's the dangerous slip and slide route that I'm a little bit worried about.
Well, in just about any multiplayer game that has the ability to report someone, there's often multiple ways to report people, like for different reasons and stuff.
Exactly.
But mainly, like aside from cheating, there's like being racist and sexist, basically being offensive, and you know, stuff like that. The whole point of reporting people, aside from if you're a really bad person and reporting them for being bad, you can report people, and the whole point of it here is to report people that are A, offensive to you, or B, bringing down your experience of the game in the best sense of the way, not like, you know, making you do bad or being better than you. Just if someone is disrupting your level of enjoyment of the game, sometimes that is like, even if she only gets a warning or something like that, I do agree that a warning would be better than, obviously, I don't think getting banned is the right thing, or getting, you know, even temporarily banned. I just think
or
that
soft banned, where it's like you
should...
can't use your mic or something. I don't know if Overwatch does that or not.
Mm.
But
I think that she should be aware of what she's doing, just so she doesn't do it again in the future, because it does affect other people.
Okay, here's the question we have to ask, and this is going to get me a lot of flack, and I know it's going to get me flack from Vizik and some people in the chat here. How really serious is it where it's like, hey, these guys were trying to win a match of Overwatch, and you fucked it up? Like, I'm sorry, who fucking cares? Like, people aren't going to want to play with me. People are not going to want to be around me if I'm an asshole or if I'm not helpful. If people keep running into me, I guess that's bad luck for them, me being her or anybody else that acts like this online, where they get drunk or just don't give a shit. Like, I'm sorry, that doesn't...
Yeah, I completely understand what you're saying, but I think what that does is that kind of ties more into quick play on Overwatch, or the arcade.
Sure.
Is where... Because, you know, you're going in there just to have fun, literally just to have fun, goof off, whatever. Some people might be in there to win, but, you know, mostly it's kind of just to have fun.
It's less. And
I guess and I can say, you know, truthfully, that some people may go into competitive for, you know, the fun of it, whatever. But I think this is the I guess, I don't even know how to say it, the feather that broke the camel's back. Fuck it, I don't know. That it's the majority that want to go in there to play competitively.
Yep.
And since the majority wants that, I think that's who you should cater to.
Mhm.
Yes, the majority may be hurt, or minority may be hurt a little bit, but there is another mode for that. There's another mode for you, so it's not like you're missing out on anything. You can go to quick play, you can go to arcade. Hell, there's 3v3 on arcade, 6v6 eliminations. That can get pretty competitive.
Mhm.
But it's not the actual competitive mode where people are literally, the majority again is going in there to win, which I think that's kind of my thing about it as well. With this whole drunk thing, griefing, throwing, whatever,
Mhm.
is I think you should be kind of at least reported for it, and if it gets repetitive, then you should be penalized for it because you're hindering your team or the other teams depending on what you're doing.
True. Well,
And that's not fair, and it's not competitive.
Yeah.
Even since that's a competitive mode.
Well, okay, so okay, I think you and I have pretty much beat that horse now. Like, basically where we've landed here, and I don't want to speak for you, but I'm kind of where I started. I don't feel like the sheriff mentality is necessary, especially when it comes to somebody not being an asshole, not being a bad person or a negative person, just somebody that's inebriated, just somebody that's goofing off, just I don't feel like the sheriff mentality works with them. And do you still stick with your point that the report feature should be used if it helps the game?
Yeah, I feel if something's going,
Okay.
I feel it should be used.
Let's move on to more general things about reporting people in games, because I wanted to bring up Black Ops 2 League play, which is the closest thing I can compare this to in recent times with massively played games, because a lot of big games that have come out that people have been playing when it comes to Battlefield, Titanfall, and stuff, other than I think Halo 5, hasn't really had a good competitive playlist. So if you go to League play in Black Ops 2, people just played League play casually because they enjoyed the fact that everything was unlocked, and they enjoyed the fact that they could make their rank go up or go down. So it's just that's just their routine. That's what they choose to play. But it wasn't.
Okay, yeah.
So
I hate
that's
to
the
stop you
competitive
here.
playlist. Go for it.
Yeah, but I think too, what I want to point out with that is, I think that's too got to deal with the different mentalities, communities I guess can hold, and I'm probably, I don't know if anybody's like this in the chat, but so I don't trigger anybody, but the Overwatch community is really fucking weird, if I'm being honest with you.
That's true.
But that again, it kind of shows the difference within communities, and I kind of been falling for this really, really competitiveness that Overwatch kind of things, even though, again, it's pretty close to League play and Black Ops 2, but again, that's kind of like different games, different scenarios, different communities, and I think with damn, I just said 2 twice, but with I forgot what kind of game Overwatch is. Damn, I feel stupid.
It's a hero shooter. I mean,
yeah, it's like I don't know.
Hero
But
class-based shooter.
Yeah, something like that. But I tend to notice games like that tend to have a more competitive community. But again, that's still kind of I just wanted to get that point across, that it could be that the communities are really different. And yeah, I understand what you're saying again with the whole sheriff mentality, but still, I think if something's there, especially with something competitive, you should use it just in case, like, say again, this person's drunk, she continues to do it, that there's past evidence that she's done it before, so something can be done about it.
Right. And yeah, I do see that. But what about, because remember, like, I'm not here defending her as much as I'm kind of attacking the, how do I say this? The implied mentality. And it's not like I don't have to really, speculate on this. This is the mentality that is implied by people like Drifter and a lot of people I've seen in the Overwatch community and competitive communities, is that they feel the need to turn it into some kind, and this is dramatic for effect, but some kind of police state. Do not underperform. Do not come in here to goof off. Which, yes, you shouldn't. I agree. Like, I would be stupid to go into League play in Black Ops 2 to just fucking throw ballistic knives at people and throw myself off the map. That would be dumb of me. But if somebody does that, That's their product, and they're that's not gonna mess with my experience the whole time. And if I want to completely avoid that experience, I will just have to find people to play with.
Yeah. Okay. I get what you're saying there. I just I had a thought and it completely went by.
Sorry.
I just like, are you an asshole though for wanting to have a clean competitive experience 95% of the time?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry to interrupt. I just remembered. Yeah, I get what you're saying with the well, damn. Where people are not, people are not just come in and, all the time 100% be willing to just try their ass off, da 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 da. I think that's something within the Overwatch community that's kind of going back and forth, because I've taken notice of that, and I'm kind of on the side of, well, if you're repetitive, you continuously don't, you're goofing off repetitively, then I think something should be done. But again, there's that other side of the community within Overwatch, and I guess Drifter is one of them, that if you do something bad once, you're banned. You're banned. There's nothing else. But yeah, I'm kind of on the side of where I think you should at least be reported, because the report system in Overwatch is kind of fucked, if I'm being honest. And it's going to take a lot of reports for something to be noticed. But I think
it's probably good, because I bet in competitive games people get reported for not helping their team all the time, regardless of reason.
Yeah, I think there's one of the things within problem within the community itself. Being clear on what is teamwork, and I don't even think Blizzard is very crystal clear on what that within the report system there is poor teamwork. I think they don't even have a crystal clear explanation of what is considered rightfully to report somebody for this. But I think being drunk is kind of one of them. But again, if
I think
it's just one time, then I don't she's not going to get banned for it.
No, I think being an asshole and being drunk is a bad thing. But again, like,
oh yeah,
playing and being drunk because you're celebrating some, like, if this is honestly the most likely scenario, and I think all three of us can agree with that. The most likely scenario is that, and I know we are going back to the specific, but I guess that's really where the contention is, or the tension is. But I'm guessing she's somebody that plays the competitive mode more. And again, people like Drifter have said, people seem to play the competitive mode almost more than quick play, because they like to see their rank go up. It's not like in Call of Duty where you turn off all your progression and go, try hard mode. It's pretty much casual, but it's pretty much quick play, but you increase, your rank in a more meaningful way.
Yeah, and I want
and if she goes to play that like almost every night or a couple times a week, and that night was celebratory, it's like, yeah, you can be drunk and you can be bad. I would have laughed. Here's the difference between me and Drifter, and this is why this kind of triggered me, because if I was playing a competitive game, again, without a full team, knowing that anybody could be on my team and preparing for that, if somebody joined and was drunk, I think I would have to be in an especially shit mood to feel like I needed to start reporting and get upset about it. It's like, come on, you're playing with hundreds of thousands of people. You're bound to run into a high, drunk, crazy, dumbass, asshole, whatever you want to call them. It won't be long, or just somebody that isn't good at the game. And
yeah, and I think that kind of correlates with. I'm not sitting here saying you're wrong, but I think this too, because I don't think you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you really play Overwatch that much. Like, what's how much do you play
Overwatch? I've played a lot of Overwatch, but as of late, I haven't been really sinking my time in anything specific.
Okay, so like with the matchmaking with competitive, I just want it's just so it'll kind of loosen up with what you're saying just a second ago. You're not going to see them again. But I think I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, but I want the whole idea to come out.
Okay.
Like with the competitive mode in Overwatch, the way it works is you have a MMR. Okay, that's a rating you do not see. That is kind of that kind of rating is given to you since the first time you start the game, in quick play. The game kind of tracks your skill or whatever. So then when you go to competitive, it'll try and put you within an SR that kind of correlates with your MMR. Now, let's say, you start losing a crap ton of games, but your MMR really doesn't change. You're not going to lose much SR. So technically what's going on with, I guess, competitive is that there's two separate, I guess, skill ratings that are being taken in account of.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you have that, there's really not much, I guess, leeway with who you're playing with. Yeah, there's tons of people playing the game, but and two, I think Drifter's the same level or skill rating as I am, but after maybe about 5 games, I'll start to notice the same people being either on my team or the other team. Especially this is what the thing in Overwatch is Q dodging, where like if you get somebody on your team that's just complete butt or whatever, you don't like them, they're trolling, whatever, then you just don't queue, for competitive for a few minutes, let them try and get to a game, and then, you could start it. There's, queue dodging. But that's kind of the idea where it's not that big of a, I guess, pool of players you're going to be playing against.
Okay.
But the overall pool is pretty big, if, like what you were saying. I just, figured that I could kind of leeway your opinion a little bit different with that, but that's, yeah.
Yeah, but then I get, well, if that's the system, and players that play it often know about this, then avoid that inconsistency and don't report people for having fun in their own time. Like,
I would
avoid the inconsistency. Play with your goddamn friends or your subscribers, and just avoid that system that you just described, because that doesn't sound like a fun thing to run into. If you are eventually playing against and with the same pool of people in solo queue, and there's drunks and assholes, and in Drifter's opinion, a rise in toxicity levels, then, well, avoid it. It's really easy to avoid it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and see, the thing about that is I think this is something that Blizzard needs to fix fast, because it is like within, I guess, platinum, which is there's bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and then it goes diamond, masters, grandmaster, and then top 500. Within like, I guess, the platinum level, there seems to be a lot more of the, I guess, throwers or whatever. And I guess that's where people end up from goofing off and doing this and that. And it's one of those things too, and this is something I just said that Blizzard needs to fix, is when you queue with multiple people, the more people you have, the more it fucks up the matchmaking. So the way it works is you're gonna end up 9 times out of 10, if you full queue, you're gonna get another team that is full queue. A 6 stack or a 5 stack. You're gonna get on the other team a 6 stack or a 5 stack. Well, that's competitive, all right.
And if people are looking for competitive, then that's what they're gonna find.
And and that's kind of an issue where, like, if say on your one of your teams, somebody is a little, I guess, out of position, skill rating wise within the average of everybody else, that's gonna completely throw out the matchmaking, I guess, algorithm, trying to figure out what you should be paired up against, because once you stack higher people within a queue, you're gonna cause some weird things within the matchmaking system, and I think that is something I just thought I'd point out. But yeah, I understand with queuing in Overwatch. My biggest thing is queue with 2 people, because that's the best thing you could do. That voice crack though,
it would limit the bullshit. So so then can we both agree then that if someone, let's focus on Drifter, but Drifter is kind of gonna work as I don't think the word is monolith, but he's just gonna kind of work as an example or a poster child for the whole of the Overwatch competitive community that are like him. If Drifter and people like him wanted the competitive, that competitive thing that obviously he's going for, because again, if you're reporting people for being drunk and not helping, then you clearly want the community to be way more competitive, way less frivolous and casual, then would you say that he should party up with more than just himself, get some people in there, and avoid the issue instead of complain about it? Like, can you agree with that?
I don't necessarily think an issue like that could be avoided, especially with the way Overwatch matchmaking is. But yeah, it might make it better. Let's put it that way, and it could, you know. But I don't like. I guess it's kind of like I guess one of the demons people have with playing Overwatch is it's one of those things where you feel more prideful of your rank if you've done it by yourself, and I guess that's something I notice now, especially with people with Overwatch, and I guess with Drifter it's a lot worse.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things where if you solo queue, you feel more good. You know, you feel better about it. It's kind of the same thing with CS:GO, I guess.
That's what I was going to compare it to.
Yeah.
Like I would compare this community to the CS:GO community more than the Call of Duty community.
More than most other community. Well, it is its own beast all in of itself, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Because like their competitive mode, like CS:GO's competitive mode, is kind of similar in the ranking, like the ways of ranking to Overwatch. You know, you have your different ranks and stuff, and so you get to a certain point when you're like you can't carry as hard as you could at lower levels, so you really start to rely on your teammates more. And when you have one or two teammates that are not as good, be drunk or something else, then you will get frustrated. It will be really frustrating to be like, well, I can't rely on this person. I'm sweating it out over here trying to win against 6 other people who are just as sweaty as me.
And this is my thing about online games. I made videos about this. If you want to avoid frustration, is do not expect anything or rely on anything from anybody online at all. And I know you might say, well, in competitive, then yeah, that's for people that are sweating, and you know, people that are going to try as hard as you, that's where they're going to go, and that's why people play competitive, is because they don't want to, you know, deal with, you know, casual Timmy on the couch. But still, do not expect anything from people. Do not expect that, oh, this is competitive. There wouldn't be any drunk people in here, would there? There wouldn't be any immature people in here, would there, that are going to throw the game because they didn't get to play as Roadhog? Like, no.
I do think that the ranking system would filter those people out, though, with the higher skill level you got. Like, if I grinded it out to just say gold or diamond in Overwatch, whatever, I would expect there to be like not less toxic people, just more like sweaty, responsible, willing to play the game kind of people. Yes,
and I've noticed that too. And I think that's it. I think it's one of those things, but too is happening to me, and I guess it's happening to Drifter now, where in this certain rank it's extremely hard to get out of because you have people throwing, you have people trolling, you have, let's say, drunk person over here, you know. And once you get up in the higher ranks, it's a little bit different. Yeah, you're gonna still have people that are kind of toxic or whatever, but you're gonna, for the majority of the time, you're gonna have a lot more, you know, responsible teammates that could kind of carry their own and kind of communicate with the team. And that too, I've noticed with something so simple as voice chat. You know, down in the lower ranks, nobody's in voice chat. Once I start getting into mid plat, kind of high plat, close to diamond, it's more along the lines of 3, maybe 4, you know, on average. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's something you just gotta go through with Overwatch at this point. It's same thing with CS:GO. It's within like the gold novas and stuff like that, or some even in the MG ranks. It's, you know, once you get past there, it's a lot better.
I do think though that Drifter he's not in a position to really report those people because he has ways of getting out of those situations. Like, he has a lot of stuff at his disposal for not being in a silver rank or like down amongst the plebs. So
yeah, I see. Yeah, and I think I've seen an issue with the. I think my deal was I didn't like the fact that it's kind of the way I'm about to word this kind of makes me seem like I'm hating on Drifter, but I'm not trying to.
I've been
there. In the position that Drifter's in to report somebody, you know, you're going to have especially if you make it publicly, you're going to have a bigger impact on something than somebody, you know, this person over here, little Timmy over here reporting somebody because he, that person was doing something wrong.
Right.
And I think that is kind of an issue I just kind of realized.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think with people like Drifter and a lot of people, just a lot of people in competitive gaming and Overwatch, I'm sorry, the community comes off snowflakey.
Fucking weird.
It comes off snowflakey sometimes. I'm not talking about politics here. I know that got coined by the conservatives, but they come off a little snowflakey. They're really not hard to upset. They're really not difficult to, and it's a little frustrating to me that people would go into Overwatch with with this level of confirmation bias that there are toxic people that aren't they're not helpful, and feeling that you need to have your finger on the report button for those people is not inherently wrong, but it's a negative implication. I mean, that's my big thing. That's what made me mad about that tweet last night. The implication is that he reports a lot of people, and I know a lot of people are like him. And you look at his comment sections and his tweets, people look at that tweet. People agreed with him. They share that similar idea. It's like, that's wrong to me. Again, that's why I had the joke in my video. I'm not gonna keep talking over you, but in my video, the thing is, there's a new sheriff in town. That's the attitude that I see. That is a bad mentality. I don't care about ranks. I don't care about the logistics of games. That mentality is inherently scary to me. You don't like
that he won't have any exceptions to a very strict rule.
You can't laugh at a drunk person. That's how important your SR rank is. Let's just say, for instance, this is the call to emotion I was going to do, and then I'm going to let Vizik talk because I have to roll with this right now.
No, I was probably interrupting you a couple times, and it's probably Scarecrow, so
it's fine. So let's just say that he reports this girl, right? What is his goal? What is the goal when you report somebody? Do you report just so Blizzard keeps an eye on them? No, if someone's pissed you off on a match, you report because you want them to have a repercussion for what they just did or what they are doing. So let's just say this girl is drunk. Let's just say, actually, that she's an alcoholic. This is my call to emotion. Let's say she is blasted like 6 days out of the week. What is getting her banned or like soft banned going to do? What is that going to do for her? What is that going to do for Drifter? Why would you try to meddle in that medium of entertainment for that person? Because you lost? Because she wasn't helpful? It's a girl drunk on an online game. You'll find that in League. You'll find that in Counter-Strike. You'll find that in competitive Call of Duty. You'll find that if you go match up with people. I've matched up with people on Reddit to do game battles back during Call of Duty Ghosts, Black Ops 2, and a little bit of Advanced Warfare. And I got drunk and high people all the time. I got some dude that was trying to also hang out with his girlfriend while playing, and he kept dying, and then it was horrible. Did I report any of these people?
Noticed,
no.
Yeah.
Because it's them. It's their lives. Why would I meddle in that? They annoyed me. I'm going to leave them alone. And if I want to avoid people annoying me, I will play with my tight-knit group. There.
Yeah, I think, too, what triggered me a little bit is you kind of, I guess, what's the word? You indirectly kind of put me in that group, I guess. And that kind of triggered me.
I don't know.
I don't think I'm that way. I don't think I'm that specific way because especially with competitive games, I got really entangled within CSGO competitive, and kind of my idea with around that was, okay, if I'm going to report somebody, this was my mindset of, reporting somebody, especially in games like this, is, okay, well, I'm just going to report, say I think somebody's cheating, blah, 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 blah. I don't know if he's cheating or, this dude's being a dickhead or whatever, which is a completely different scenario. But my idea with reporting was, well, I'm just going to report just to see if, just so I can have a input on maybe this dude is cheating and he, I did something good. I guess that's my mentality of it. I guess Drifter's mentality of it is, well, is completely different than mine. From what I see, it could be the same thing, but I kind of look at it a little bit differently. But yeah, I completely understand with what you're saying, and I agree with it.
And I wasn't. And keep in mind, like on Twitter here, like I wasn't trying to like group you in with that, but you kind of came out of nowhere and said that I should, you said that so breaking rules is okay now. I'd like to clarify that with you, and that's one of the big reasons that I wanted to do this. I don't get that. I don't see how being dumb is really against the rules to the point that, yeah, I'm sure because I think you tweeted me that they have a thing, poor teamwork. Okay. That doesn't mean anything to me because that Xbox and PlayStation both. Whoa, what is happening to my computer? Okay, that was weird. My monitor just died for a second. It's all back to normal now, I think. Is the stream okay? Oh, I dropped 120 frames for a second. My computer just had a massive hiccup. I'm sorry. Sorry if anything got messed up there. But my major issue was that on Xbox, I lost my train of thought. Like, it was weird seeing my monitors just go black. But there's report buttons for unsupporting behavior and quitting early on Xbox, and it's like, okay, obviously these are not just for competitive games. And whoa, my stream is freaking out for me.
It's fine for me.
It is.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, yeah, for me, like, it's the software that I'm using is acting a little bit funky. Well, okay, so I know that those systems are not in place in a competitive environment, right? But still, why would you go around reporting people for that? I mean, technically, if you can report people for it, guarantee it's a rule to not be that way. You could say, right, that if there's a report button for quitting early on Xbox, then it's against the rules, whether, however you want to say it, it's against the rules to quit early.
Yeah. I think this has gone into the realm, and I'm not trying to, say this is bad, but I think that idea, and especially with, how I think about it, and I guess how you think about it, and how Drifter obviously thinks about it, is kind of goes into the realm of like, well, subjectively, this is or my opinion on how I should report somebody is based on just the way I feel within, this way. I'm not going to report somebody for this, but somebody else might report somebody for this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily, and I think I'm getting the hint of, like, to a point you think it's kind of bad.
Mm-hmm.
To me personally, I don't feel like, and I've noticed this with, carry on with this, that it's kind of more, who overall thinks that, this, something like this should be reported for.
Yeah.
I think that's just based on, any one person. Do I think it's necessarily wrong or right to think that they should be reported, for something like this?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think so. But do I think that it should be known that, that person could be reported for that? Yeah, that's kind of what my point was with the whole thing, is I wasn't necessarily saying that you were wrong, that you didn't feel like that was something that worth reporting for. My point was, and I think this is an issue we have when we argue, is we don't understand each other's points. Is my point was, I want it to be known that, this he kind of technically did report for a valid reason, but whether it was right or wrong is dependent on the person.
Let's just take this away from just Drifter reporting that girl for being drunk and disorderly. Let's talk about in general, like reporting people. That's why I brought up. That's why I was like segueing into like the Xbox thing with quitting, like report for quitting early and shit. That as a whole, like there has to be lines drawn and know that yes, there are assholes and people that don't want you to win your game and they want to throw it for you and they're trolls and they're mean and that's horrible. But also, there's the people that think that they need to be judge, jury, well, not executioner. I mean, the company or the development team will be the executioner. But be the judge and jury and be like, well, this person's offensive. Well, this person's over the line. Well, this person is not helpful. I don't like... I wouldn't want to go into competitive Overwatch because I'm a very inconsistent player. I'm a very inconsistent player with my skill level, and I would hate to get, you know, reported by a bunch of fucking, like a whole team of sweaties for not trying.
Yeah, see, I don't think I've ever came, and I guess this is where Drifter is. I get that with what, you know, Drifter said, that, you know, he has this, like, and that's why I kind of got triggered with me and you really quick. Like, it went to 0 to 100 really quick because I kind of felt you were, I guess, grouping me with that. That's what it seemed. I you know, now I know it's not what you were trying to do, but that's what it looked like. And that's where you're trying to, what was it, the social justice warrior type thing. I was like, oh, hell no.
No.
But,
no, I think the whole idea was I still think it's a little authoritarian to be that eager to report and then be proud of it. Like, take this away from you and me. And if you really want to talk about Drifter, man, I love Drifter. But why would you be proud of it? Like, this is by far my favorite report. Like,
that is kind of weird.
It's like, this is your mission to go on and police the community? That's why the sheriff joke was so funny to me. I'm the sheriff. You all better watch out. Better watch your language. You better watch those. Don't trigger anybody. Hey, are you trying your hardest? You better not be ruining anybody else's experience. Why would you be there mentally going into an online game where you are choosing to play by yourself?
Yeah, I think that had to do. I think that maybe due to some anger, because I have noticed, because I will be honest, that if I'm playing Overwatch, you know, solo queuing, and somebody on my team has done tip me over the edge, that if I so much as see anything that I can report for, you're getting reported. Yeah. But I think it's got to do, you know, it's
but isn't that a little
anger?
Toxic,
but that's, you know, yeah. If you're consistently trying to act like that way, and you're like making it known that, hey, look, this is my best report so far. Yeah, that is a problem. That's something that needs to be.
Yeah, dude, nobody hired you to police the community. You know, and that's why I was being really snarky with you. I was like on Twitter, I was like, I hope she learned her lesson. Overwatch is very serious. Like, it's like.
See, yeah, no, I thought you were trying to group me in with all that. That's what triggered me.
Well, okay, okay.
Oh my god.
If I'm disagreeing with Drifter about why he reported, and then you disagree with me, the automatic human assumption is that you're thinking that Drifter was...
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
and I think, again, you're right.
See that now.
If someone's being disorderly and they got reported, that inherently does not, like, set off an alarm. The attitude around it is what I should have really focused on. The attitude around it seems authoritarian. The attitude around it seems very virtue signaling. It's, look, guys... Another one behind bars, only not really. Basically, I just asked them nicely if they would, and
the thing is, though, a lot of the time reporting does nothing, like Vizzy mentioned. It's just there to appease the person that reported, you know, said person, makes them feel like they're contributing. Like, sure, it does work every now and then, but when I know for a fact that when I use, like, for example, the Call of Duty, you know, feature for reporting people, I know for certain that the chances of that actually doing anything is like 0.1%.
No, yeah.
But can you imagine if you didn't have that? Like,
But why do we report? You report because you want something to happen.
Yeah.
You don't report thinking this won't do anything. You report because you pray to God, oh, I hope this person gets the slap on the wrist they deserve.
It's one of those things where it's not a good thing as a person to like, it's not a good personal attribute, but he's still well within his rights to do it. It's not
That's the kind of the point
thing.
Yeah, like, that's the kind of the point I was trying to... I was speaking over you, Scarecrow. Apologies. Right. Yeah, that's kind of the point that that I was trying to give off was, like, I didn't make it clear, which I think I should have, but I didn't think that what he specifically reported and how open and abrupt he made it that, oh yeah, look what I did. I didn't like that, but I still, you know, like what Scarecrow said, he was well within his rights, and that's kind of the point I was trying to give out.
Oh yeah, as much as you shouldn't take away someone's right to play a game because they're stupid, you can't. No one should take your rights away from being able to report. But if you're going to report somebody and be public about it, you're going to be public about reporting them, then people are also allowed to critique your reasoning.
It's like the age-old thing, like you're allowed to be offended by something, but I still have a right to not care about you getting offended. So,
well, that's the thing. Like, yeah. So basically, you could do the whole. Like, it's basically it's just an endless cycle. Okay, so Drifter. Okay, it's that girl's right to play her game however she wants. It's Drifter's right to use the report feature whenever he feels fit, and it's my right to disagree with Drifter. And it's Drifter's right that didn't disagree with me, and it's my right to also disagree with the girl, and that's when it gets messy. This is why debates get very messy, is because people don't realize that just those three things there can go on infinitely. Someone asked who's the other guy. The other guy is Vizik. Vizik, if you want to type in the chat, he has a channel as well. So yeah, in case you guys are wondering who I'm talking to, I said it earlier. Yeah, I'm talking to Vizik, and then Scarecrow is moderating. And, I mean, I didn't think me and Vizik were going to kill each other, because Vizik and I have talked and argued about stuff before, but I did want to have a mod, because this is my first ever live debate, so I wanted to have somebody around. But, and not because Scarecrow is going to really back me. Scarecrow doesn't play Overwatch, and Scarecrow is here to be, moderate, a moderate little moderator. So.
Yeah, I see. Before I got into the chat, I was like two people. I was like, oh god, what is this? And I seen the Scarecrow. I was like, oh okay, well.
Yeah. So. I think we can. I think we can agree that being an asshole can get you reported. Being stupid can get you reported. Also, reporting everybody is a little stupid and can make you an asshole. Like that's generally how I would say it. It's like, yes, you're going to get reported if you do shit like that, but it doesn't mean the person reporting you is right, or
just
really needs to hold that up above everybody. And that's why I said the word virtue signaling, or the term virtue signaling. That's what the tweet looked like to me. It was just like, I got another one, guys. Like, come on, relax, dude.
Just as much as like that doesn't make Drifter a bad person.
No.
Like that's not a representation of how he like plays or his mentality of what he's like all the time. He just
honestly, I think he was mad.
Yeah. Like they say you should never.
He tweeted it
out. You should never rage tweet.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he was mad. It's like, yeah.
And that girl just happened to be a good excuse for him to vent some of that. I do think so.
I got you now.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, to be honest, I do need to bring up one more thing then, if we're going to talk about that. Drifter did recently tweet out that he's pretty much had it with drunks and trolls and idiots, and now Drifter's apparently live streaming Overwatch right now, going hard as a motherfucker. So that's kind of interesting. I never want to speak for people's opinions or their experiences, because I feel like that gets messy really fast. But man, from what Drifter does say though, he runs into a whole different thing than a lot of people. I feel, or I guess I should just say, if there's that many toxic people and drunk people and assholes and trolls like bothering you, like come on, man, just don't play solo.
I think to a certain extent he kind of attracts that kind of crowd. Like, if it's my opinion that if you put out you're firmly against a certain thing, then one way or another it's going to come around and you're probably going to find a lot more of it than you were originally looking for. So if he's going out there saying, well, if you come at me and you're going to swear in my stream, or that's obviously an exaggeration, but like if you're going to be drunk or you're going to be, talking bad about my wife, I'm just going to shit post you everywhere. That's a really, really that's almost an abuse of what little, not what little, but what influence he has, because like it or not,
using your influence to pick on trolls and stuff isn't inherently bad. But
I hate to switch the topic here, but I have some kind of issue with that as well, because with bigger YouTubers, the impact that they make with anything they say is amplified by huge amounts, depending on how big their audience is. And something like that now, now it's been more talked about. Now we all see the impact, or the implication that he was making there with haha, you know, I got another one. You know, that that kind of you know makes me mad a little bit, but you know, I will say, like, honestly, in with, you know, Overwatch, and it's obviously not a thing with Overwatch, but you know, sometimes I get to the point where I get so mad at somebody that, you know what, next few games I'm fucking throwing, I'm doing this, I'm not trying, you know.
Yeah.
But I you know, I try my hardest not, well, I usually don't make it, you know, go to Twitter and be like blah 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 blah, and I think that's just something that, you know, that especially Drifter with his audience being that big, that I think he did a big no.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I wish that sometimes.
But
like,
I want to make it clear. I want to make it clear. I'm not hating Drifter.
No,
I'm not
none
saying
of us
he's a
here
bad
hate Drifter.
person.
We all like Drifter.
Yeah,
he's a cool guy. He's a chill guy. Well, he's a relatively chill guy, but he's a chill guy. But yeah, yeah, his influence is a little too big, in my opinion, for him to kind of be promoting this. Report him if you see him, you know, lock and load, guys. That kind of mentality is just a little bit. Because, like, Drifter might even have better judgment, even though I don't agree with it, has better judgment than a lot of his fans. And it just creates this, like, ooh, get him kind of idea that and again, you know, that's just kind of going off the wagon. That's the slippery slope thing where it's just like, oh, well, this happened, so it's probably going to become this later. It's a little bit of a no-no and debate and stuff, but... Did somebody say fuck Drifter and then it got deleted by Scarecrow?
Yeah, don't
reported.
Thanks. I'll report you.
No,
bitch.
to be honest, if any of you hate Drifter, I mean, you're entitled to that opinion. I guess. Like,
yeah.
I know I've lost subscribers for being friends with Drifter. I've lost like at least 100 because they figured out that I enjoyed Drifter's videos or at least like whatever. Like, can we raid Drifter's stream? Yeah, go raid Drifter's stream. The one Boom sent you.
No crap.
No crap.
I went to no crap, no shit, whatever. Damn. I went to a stream through. I seen it on Twitter, and I just went to it. See, Jesus Christ, he is like beyond triggered right now.
He is.
Yeah.
Why is he so? Why is he so triggered?
I have no idea. Like, probably like he was You're probably not gonna understand. Maybe, I don't know. But he was playing when I got in, he was playing a support healer character, and he was he had gold damage for like almost all of the game, and he was getting so triggered. I was like, Jesus Christ! I was like, yeah, I gotta get out of here.
He's gonna blow.
Rage is part of video games. I don't think.
Well, and Drifter has even admitted, like when he talks about like angry or toxic people, he's like, "Yo, I do that too sometimes." And it's like
it should never spill over into the community, though. Like, you should never let that affect other people, especially with a big influence.
No, and
yeah, and I
just have to reply to this comment real fast though. Drifter gone full-blown SJW? No, he gets accused of that all the time. He's not a social justice warrior. Unfortunately for him, a lot of his opinions come off that way. But no, he's not like that. That's not how he identifies.
Yeah, some of my opinions come off that way as well.
Yeah, so do mine. Last time I streamed, actually, I got called a libtard and somebody unsubscribed or something. So
for what?
I don't know. I said global warming has proof behind it, and I was like, "You're a liberal." I was like, "Oh shit."
So nice.
I'm actually watching Drifter's chat right now, and I'm waiting for people to like swarm him. You guys swarm it, and it'll show up here. How about that? There. Yeah, everybody swarm.
Like with his video talking about toxic players and stuff like that, I have a strong feeling some people were like, "Oh, you're such a fucking hypocrite," you know. But there's a fine line between being, you know, mad, you know, being kind of toxic yourself at times, to being full blown toxic 24/7. Like, you just every time you hop on, you know, just going crazy for no reason.
Exactly. You guys aren't rating Drifter, and I'm pretty upset. I see one of you guys in there. Come on, guys.
I can't find the stream. Goddamn.
I put it in the chat.
Yeah, and then I refreshed the page by
Well, it should still be there.
No, the chat's all fresh. God damn it.
Oh damn! There it is again. I have a love-hate relationship with Drifter. So do I. I see Banana Butt Gaming, and there's like, "What's up, motherfuckers?" Love it.
No
motherfucker,
crap.
the
I
one
felt-
boom
I
sent
got
me,
so
bitch.
mad. I've been slowly getting more into Overwatch here lately, and I was like, maybe I should kind of do what Drifter did. Obviously pay a little respects to him
Oh, yeah.
because it came from me with the whole in-depth thing for Overwatch. But you know what? You see what he did?
Yeah.
I was like, damn it! Like he got me. Somebody got me again.
Like I actually used to personal note here. I used to hate Drifter to a point. Scarecrow, that's not how you raid. You're supposed to spam the word raid.
Yes, get myself banned, I suppose.
Raid. She's like, "Hi guys, how you doing? By the way, raid."
He just said your name. Like he just responded to someone.
Oh yeah, what'd he say? He's like, "Fuck that
He
kid."
said he said
Fuck
he's a
that
cool
kid.
guy. He actually said that.
Oh really? That's nice of him.
Yeah.
I hate to put you on a spot here,
Go for it.
but I probably already know the answer.
Yep.
But why the unfollow, man?
Oh, you?
Am I that bad?
No. When we would argue, I didn't want to mute your tweets, but it kept giving me notifications. So I
okay.
unfollowed you because I have it set to. Actually, I can't figure out how to set it so that I don't get notifications from people.
Oh,
So
speaking of that, is there anything you have on your channel for? Well, that's kind of dumb. Here recently, well, not recently, but for a little while, every time I comment or something on your video and somebody comments back or does this, I do not get a notification. I have no idea why.
that's on your end. I can't check. I can't check that.
Yeah, it's
I don't know
really
what that is.
weird.
That happens to me sometimes. Boom unfollowed me. You weren't tweeting. I was cleaning everything out.
Banana,
still have a DM
but
open
stop
with you,
fucking
Jack.
spamming that. God damn it.
Wait, is somebody
Jesus.
spam? Is Banana? My raids are
He's
just
gonna
one
think,
person
like-
spamming.
My
My raid is just one guy just like raid.
People
I love it.
are just like,
Bruh.
it's like, here comes hundreds of people. Like 4 people are in the chat now. It's like, yeah, huge raid, guys.
Yeah. My. My humble army.
He responded to me. I'm fuzzy inside.
You're fuzzy inside. Yeah, he's been nice to you. He's been like replying to you on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah. Well, he said.
By the
he
way,
hasn't
Scarecrow, I
seen me
love
in ages.
that was a
Yeah?
good video. I like that. I liked it. That
The,
M16 in depth video.
I was really nervous like making that because
know
I
you
was
were.
expecting a lot of people.
I kind of got that with how the whole I guess idea where you like Drifter he's hasn't done it for this these new weapons, and I was like
I was
he's probably
expecting
nervous.
people to just like, this is shit. This can't compare. Get this crap off, and it's like, oh god. No, I didn't get a
like
single
her,
bad
good.
comment. So
Yeah, people like you.
Has he done any for the other weapons or anything else for the
No, I have
supply drop
another.
weapons?
I have another 8 weapons to do and like he didn't.
Yeah, I was
say
about
that
to
he
say
was going
like I don't know if he's done all the other supply drop weapons. That'd be good for you to hop onto.
Yes, I have a few friends that have like the weapons on other accounts, so I'll be very busy for a little while.
That M16 though, like I've played with. I haven't played with. Well, I've played with it, picking it up from other people. That thing is like if I pick it up and I start using it, it triggers me. It's like why do I not have this? Like it's crazy good if you just use it a little bit the way you should have. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of the really good players, like that's the one gun that they really want. So,
Oh yeah. Have you used the what was it, the AK-74U yet?
No, I'm kind of that one's interesting because I think judging from what I've seen, it has like
Yeah.
5 different damage profiles on it. Because I swear I've seen people get like 6 hit markers with it. So
Yeah, the thing
That'll
is,
be-
like, it's not as good as I kind of figured it was gonna be when I heard it was in, supply drops.
mm.
Oh, goody. Yeah.
Jack is offering you Peacekeeper account.
I would accept on like two things though. For one, the FFAR and Peacekeeper have already been done by Drifter, and 2, it would have to be a PC account. So
It is a PC
I'm
account.
good.
I think it's Jack's PC account. Jack's a friend of mine,
Right.
by the way.
Right.
So
I appreciate the offer, but I already have like
appreciate the offer,
5 or
but
6
get the
people.
fuck out. Anyway,
I got 5 or 6 people that have like I have one friend that has every single weapon, so yeah. I don't have a lack of people for
oh my
that.
god, Flame Smoke, stop spamming Daddy in Drifter's chat. Like, what the fuck is this daddy shit?
Yeah, he in your chat he said everyone is spamming raid. I'll spam daddy.
I'm Daddy. Come on. Scarecrow probably knows me as Corpa. Yeah, Jack is Corpa. I've talked to you about Corpa.
That makes sense. Yes.
So I guess we should just sum up the. Go have people watch this back like later, like this weekend. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah.
But I will say, I do like the fact that my streams always get to that point. To be honest, if anything, that should be a staple. But to summarize, we pretty much agree. Like, yeah, don't be an asshole with how you report, but also if you do stupid shit, expect to get reported. So
Report the right people. And
report
don't
the right
worry about
people.
it.
That's the end of the stream. Report the right people. Think about it. Use discretion. Don't report in anger. How about that?
Yes. Sounds good.
Well, I feel bad for a couple of people. I saw them join recently, and then it's just like, well, that ends the debate. It's like been going on for so long. I'm sorry, guys, if any of you guys felt left out. But that was like an hour and 28 minutes. That wasn't bad. What does that word mean, Scarecrow? What is
It's typo. Shut up.
Nobody subscribed to Scarecrow. He's illiterate.
Shush.
Elaborate?
He's
Nice.
illiterate.
I'm a longitude and latitude guy.
What if you're reporting your ex?
Oh my
Well,
god. Well, I don't. Is your ex cheating
then
in a
you
video
get-
game? Is your ex being toxic, bruh? Toxic?
If you're reporting your ex, you get double points.
Get double
It's just
points.
like
Yeah, the
it
company
immediate-
sends you $1 million.
It immediately goes to like the higher ups in Blizzard, and they just like they personally review it.
Daddy Drift rubs me the right way. Good grief, Superdog. You're pretty cool, Boom. Just met you a few days ago. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying your stay. Now we can all be friends and play games together.
Yeah.
Oh, well, actually, this
Except-
is gonna be basically tomorrow's video. Like, I don't have any. I don't have really any time to do anything else. So, free fapping DLC. I like that idea.
You're not. You getting anything on the Steam summer sales, Boom?
What is on sale?
Not a lot, actually. I'm kind of disappointed.
Really? Because it's the same thing on Xbox. Like a lot of their summer sales they're promoting right now. It's like indie titles and shit I do not care about.
I just want to throw this out there. Am I the only one that's excited for PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds becoming to Xbox?
I think it's a good precedent. I mean, Scarecrow plays on PC, so he could have it already if you
Yeah.
wanted. But
I mean,
if
you
it
guys
plays
could be
well,
excited for it.
if it plays well. I hope it doesn't feel like a shitty port.
Dude, I feel so bad. Like I bought the Culling, okay? That was like the first Battle Royale game on console.
Yeah.
And
The reviews
I
for that are
don't
terrible
know.
now.
like I wanted to get into it so much, but it's like I'm just like I can't really get into it.
I don't need another really addictive multiplayer game in my life. I mean, I have little time as it is to play other games, so when you give me
Dude.
something like that,
That's what's going on. That's what's fucking going. I still have Drifter's chat open. This is stuff I do not care about. Um, people talking about Sombra or some shit. I don't know. I was hoping.
Overwatch.
Yeah. Overwatch. Yeah. I don't. Let me pull my mic up to my mouth. I do not dislike Overwatch. I think it's a fun game. I'm not into it at the moment though. That's it. A lot of people think I hate it. I don't hate it. I do think it's not as good as people make it out to be. I do think that. I do think people make too big of a deal out of it just in general. Like the way they freak out over certain things boggles my mind. Like, holy shit. Hey, Mei is actually skinny? That's insane. Tracer's gay? Oh my god. They nerfed who'd they nerf recently that everybody flipped their shit about? I do not remember.
Roadhog.
Yeah, it's like
No, I made a video about that because I personally got annoyed that people were doing that. Like,
the Overwatch community is frustrating to me.
Yeah.
It is. They come off a little bit sensitive to not just like not to just like hate or anything like that. Well, sometimes that, but mostly just like when you get down to it, like I feel like they are in general very sensitive. And it's a lot of people that I don't think have gamed in a long time. I notice a big part of the community do not understand how online games work. Like, I see comments from people saying stuff like, why would you go and change characters people like? I'm like, that's how online games work. They have to patch shit.
It's called balance.
It's called balance. You fucking normie. Like, it's a lot of normies. Like, I don't like using that term as like an insult. I'm really not even using it as an insult here. It's a lot of normies. It's all people that like don't. It's a pretty casual thing, and that's what even Drifter has even said that about the competitive, is that it's played casually because of the amount of people on Overwatch. It's got a huge number of people, so I don't know.
Yeah, and I kind of noticed it's a lot like I might trigger a few people, but I noticed it's kind of close to the way the COD community kind of is right now with flip-flopping. You know, like the community, like well, I don't even think they would be considered the community because how they act, but yeah, it's just I don't know. With Overwatch, it's really weird.
Nerf Jason. Like, somebody commented Nerf Jason. I love
it. Because I made a video here recently about the whole Roadhog thing. That, like, I swear, it's like I don't know what it is. Like when something is a certain way, okay. And you know everyone's just fine with it, or it's too. Let's say in this sense, because he was really good. Now all of a sudden, since he was getting a nerf, like, oh, he's underpowered right now. What's going on? Why is he getting a nerf? It's like, what? Where did that come from? Just a few weeks or months ago, he was overpowered. And two, I made a video about it showing Roadhog could one-shot or insta-kill combo every hero in the game. I think that nerf was deserved.
Oh yeah, people just don't like change when they're comfortable with something.
Yeah,
but I feel like it's a lot of people that just don't understand how it works. Like an example of somebody that I like is like a couple of there's a couple of people. Shit, this is one of my friends who doesn't really. He's a little bit older and he doesn't really play a lot of games. He's a family friend, and he just always talks about Overwatch in a certain way, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty par for the course. He's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, that's just how online games work, man. Like, a lot of the community is new. The game was marketed to hell. It's one giant meme. That's not a bad thing. I'm not making fun of it, but it's become a part of meme culture, internet culture. If you don't know what Overwatch is, what rock do you live under? And can I move it? Like, that's just kind of what it is. So, like, I feel like that's why there's so many people on it. And you get a lot of crazy. You get a lot of crazy people when you have a community that big. But I don't agree with the whole thing with, like, Overwatch. The Overwatch community is just a bunch of fucking, like, social justice warriors or something like that. Like, I have seen more of them there, but it's really dumb to just, like, drop that bomb. Like, everyone there is a social justice warrior and a feminist. It's like, why? Citation. Prove it. The Overwatch porn is the reason for Overwatch's fame. That and it being on every fucking large Taco Bell cup for, like, a year. But, yeah. Oh man.
I don't know what it was like I have this weird love-hate relationship with Infinite Warfare right now. Like I like it. It's a good game, but there's some things like down and dirty with the game that I'm not really into. Like and Overwatch has just been a game that I just
Oh, yeah.
recently went to like, oh, you know, I kind of like this game. I've just been playing it nonstop.
And I do understand that, to be honest. Like, I can relate to that. That happens to me actually quite a bit, where I'm just like, you just kind of start feeling like you shouldn't, you know, like you should, like there's certain games you play to the point where you're just like, no, I need something new, and sometimes it's just the first thing to show up, you know, and it's just like, you just need something different. You know, that's basically what I'm trying to say, is you need something different, and a game that can come and give you that is important. And
Well,
yeah, I've stopped playing Infinite Warfare recently, not because I don't like it, but I don't know, just not in the mood to play it. I couldn't tell you why.
And I wonder what, like, do you play Black Ops 3 like at all anymore?
With Scarecrow, yes, I do on PC. I use it as a
Because
means to hang out with
I've
Scarecrow.
kind of gotten this like I don't know if it's just something I've made up in my head, but it's kind of like an indirect thing where you don't really like Black Ops 3.
Oh, I hate it. It's a lot of fun, and I can have fun in it, and it's fun to play it with Scarecrow, and the mods are also on PC, but I'm not into it. I find that I have my most like fundamental gameplay for like most of the fundamental gameplay flaws stick out to me like a sore goddamn thumb, and I can't get over it. I can't get over it. Spawns, like simple shit like spawns and like balance and certain things. Like nerf Ronald McDonald, I agree, Mega Guy.
Okay, on PC, how bad is the Brecci? Like, just how bad is it?
Like
I know
how,
the PO6 is a lot worse, probably.
Oh, you mean like actually like how basically you're asking like how good is it?
Yeah.
Oh, the Brecci, didn't they nerf the Brecci Scarecrow on
yeah,
just like for
the
PC?
PC has a lower fire rate, but it still like,
kicks a lot of ass.
It's still an overpowered broken shotgun. I mean,
it still skull fucks you if you let your guard down. Is basically what he's saying.
Is there any rational thought behind actually not nerfing that to where it's actually balanced that you could even remotely think of?
I don't know. I don't feel like there's any proper way that they could nerf a semi-auto shotgun without making it goddamn useless.
What I want to ask is, why do they even need a semi-auto shotgun? Like, why can't they not just have one shotgun in the game to appease the people who like shotguns, and that's it? Because like I debated making a video on it. Like I debated making a video on it ages ago, just like because in my mind there is no way to balance a semi-auto shotgun without making it absolutely shit and people hating it. Like you make it really, really weak, or you make it annoying and strong. Like there's no middle ground because the fire rate, like depending on the fire rate, it's always going to be really annoying or really bad. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. Get them out of my games.
I know you.
I kind of thought, to be honest, the S12 was a little bit balanced to me from Black Ops 2, or like the Remington was ridiculous, but I don't know. I've kind of felt like the S12 was kind of balanced. Or is that just, you know, it blew right over my head?
Oh,
yeah. Because I know shotguns are so annoying. Like, in most FPS games, like, it's either really good or really bad.
What I hate about, like, for me, Infinity Ward shotguns are fine because their maps are made in a way that I can sort of play around them a little bit. Treyarch shotguns are, like, ridiculous because you're always funneled into these small rooms, and there's one...
It's almost
little guy in the corner.
I was gonna say that. It's like it's the maps. It's the fucking maps of like a lot of like with Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. It forces engagements that cater more towards SMGs and shotguns.
Yeah,
I do agree with that for damn sure.
They're not called the Gay Maker and the Broccoli for no reason. I hate those two
Maker and the Broccoli. Love it.
I didn't understand, like, it didn't start getting bad until, I guess, mid to late life cycle of Black Ops 3 with 6 Sense. And I might be the only one here, but, like, have a huge, like, diehard hate for those perks, like 6th Sense, Tracker, awareness to a point. I just don't know. Is it just me?
Can you repeat that again?
Anything
kinda
that
blocked that off.
like, if you want to describe Black Ops 3 in one word, there is one perfect word that sums it up, and it is bullshit. That
what?
game.
Wait, what COD?
Black Ops 3.
Oh yeah,
Black Ops 3
it's not fair.
is made, modeled, like run on pure bullshit.
It is. No, I
Like,
agree.
Ugh. Yeah, you will not find a shred of like balance in so many things. Like the game has no balance. I stand by that. I don't care. People can fight me in the face. The game, it has like unbalanced bullshit, and I've been forced to play it for nearly 2 years. Anyway, that's my rant.
Yeah, no, you're right, and there's a lot of stuff in the game that provides unavoidable deaths and unavoidable situations that I don't like. When it comes to the map design, the specialists and stuff like that, I get a little frustrated, and I do get annoyed when people when they hate Infinite Warfare. When what I see in Infinite Warfare is that kind of gameplay as Black Ops 3, but it's just not. It doesn't have that fuck you, buddy kind of gameplay. I don't feel like it does. When my experience, every COD does, but IW doesn't have that. Oh, you've cornered me. It's a good thing I have my goddamn Ripper. You know, that shit.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, you've cornered me again. Well, this time I have gravity spikes. I don't even have to aim this one. I don't even have to look at you for this one. Fuck you and everyone around you.
I've seen some of the most bullshit kill cams from the gravity spikes. Like,
and the weird thing about
walls
me is
and-
I continue to play Black Ops 3. Like that, I noticed that crap. It eats me up, but I still play it. And for a little bit, I have fun. But then as soon as because I see a VMP or an M8 literally everywhere, and it's like, yeah, I'm about to get off.
Yeah, on PC you don't get too many M8s, from what I've seen.
That's really weird.
No, on console. There's
Not what I'm
more
used
M8s.
to.
Well, because like people can be faster on PC. It's like a
Yeah.
bunch of people with fucking hyper accurate scuff controllers. Like fuck, dude. Like you don't get to deal with somebody that wants to like be methodical and land the consecutive bursts with the M8. You're gonna get somebody that's just gonna skull fuck you with an SVG.
It's so funny to like watch Boom play because there are people like controllers ever
Go fuck you!
and then Boom's just like sweating his ass off trying to do well
Yeah, like it's just like
against
mouse and keyboard. I can do, and I'm not shit with mouse and keyboard either. Battlefield 3, like I'm decent at, and I can do well with mouse and keyboard. Call of Duty, I need my controller. I feel like it doesn't make sense to me without my controller, and I feel like I'm at such a disadvantage. It's such a disadvantage because like I don't get to compensate recoil or jump and aim as well as everybody else that I'm playing with or most people. I have to play a little campy. I have to play a little small. I have to play a little slow.
You gotta have a 6th Sense, tracker. Get that Ripper
I should
ready.
be running
Brecci.
that. I should be running 6th Sense, a Ripper, a Brecci, Tracker.
awareness.
I just got sent a gift from somebody.
Jesus.
Did you just send me a fucking game? You don't, dude. You don't have to send me. You don't have to send me a game, bro. I don't even know if I'm gonna have time to play this, man. Jack just sent me Geometry Dash. I don't know if I have time to play that.
Oh god, really? If that's what I think it is.
Wait, put it up on your stream. Oh, I think I've heard of that. I'm not sure.
Let me make sure there's nothing on the screen here that's
Oh,
incriminating.
thank goodness. It's not the game I thought it would be. All right. Shit.
I really
Boom, you're fucked.
appreciate this.
Boom, you're fucked.
I really appreciate this, but how? Are you sure, Jack? Do you want me to accept it? What the hell are you debating about? We're not debating anymore. The debate's over. I don't know why I'm still.
You were the
streaming.
guy that said "fuck Drifter." I can't take you seriously anymore. Don't make me.
Hey,
silence you again.
Cumlord is a reputable
Cumlord.
source of information. I'll have you know. I'd trust my daughter with Cumlord 873. You take
Whoa.
that back.
I have to say this: the Steam summer sales at the moment, it just looks like someone loaded up a bunch of like discount values, put them in a shotgun, and fired them at the front page. because there is
Did
weird
you
ass.
notice? Because on the front for you as well, there's that fucking depth game, right?
Which
Somerset.
one?
As a
Oh
shark.
yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like there's some good stuff in here. I got really excited when I saw that they had Final Fantasy discounted, and they don't have the new one discounted. It's all the fucking turn-based ones that I'm not a huge fan of. Don't hate me. People in the comments.
I was looking forward to this sound like, right, I'm gonna get my games, at a reasonable price. I ended up buying 2 games and pre-ordering World War II, and both of the games I bought were indie games, because that's like all of the big stuff's not like Ghost Recon still fucking $45
Wait,
which is like,
it is?
which
Holy
is
shit,
like,
it's
yeah,
$40 for fucking Wildlands still.
yeah,
Do you want to
which
get?
is like,
Wait, Scarecrow, do you want to get Island Thunder? Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Island Thunder. 1v1 me. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Island Thunder. No, I'm kidding.
what the hell?
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not spending $1.69. People donate right now. I need to get.
Whoa.
I don't even remember the name of it. What's the name of it?
$1.69. That's
That's a little steep for me, man.
It doesn't even probably have multiplayer anymore. You don't know what you're talking about. Shush.
Okay, well, 1v1 me Ghost Recon Desert Siege.
I don't have it. And I'm
Fuck
not gonna
you.
buy it. I just spent $120 this morning on 3 games.
Gee.
Who are you flirting
You know
with
how
in the
much
chat there, Vizik?
Huh? What?
Who are you flirting
just
with in my
literally-
chat, bro?
Oh, that's nobody.
That's nobody. In the mouth.
I don't know what it is about Steam sales. Like, I literally had to stop.
Oh my god,
playing
who is
PC
it? I
for a
asked
little
it.
bit.
I really wanted to know.
Okay, that is my buddy Jiffy. I'm pretty sure I mentioned him to you before. He's like my IRL friend.
It's like someone you're like sending hearts to like hi babe, and I'm like, what is going on? What are you doing? Oh, in
Is
Flame
this a
Smoke,
grill?
there's a link to FF15 if you didn't know. I don't know why you were. I don't know if you don't know what it is, or you probably know what it is. I don't know what you're asking for. Like, link me to FF15. I don't know what that means.
Oh my god, Golf It is $5.84.
Why
Who
is-
comes up with this
yeah,
numerical value?
Yeah, Football Manager 2017. What is this shit? What
I
is
actually
this
do want Golf It, but I'm not gonna pay $6 for it.
garbage? It's all cancer. It's all garbage.
Every time a Steam sale comes up and I'm like actively trying to play PC games,
Mm-hmm.
it's like all of them within a couple of weeks will literally just sit in my game library and never be played again.
Yeah,
That's the way it is most of the time.
There's, I guess, some decent deals, like in terms of like discount. Like, okay.
Oh yeah, they're good deals.
I will say
but-
that $40 for Prey. That's a new game. Like Prey is pretty brand spanking new. To get it for $40 isn't bad.
Masturbation Simulator.
Oh fuck.
That's a good game right there.
Oh
I
shit! Is Witcher 3 fucking $25? Damn it! Fuck.
I got it for, I think I got it for like 15 to 20 last year. I couldn't resist. I bought it. I still have only played like 2.5 hours of it. It's too big, man.
I want to go get those kind of games on my Xbox because the way my girlfriend and I have our accounts set up, if I get it, she'll get it. So if I'm gonna get like a big RPG, I'm gonna get it on Xbox because then she has it too. Then I kind of feel like I'm getting her a present at the same time, which is like, two birds with one giant purchase. Anyway, hashtag you know it, baby. I tried Dirty Bomb. I didn't love it.
What is that game? I've heard of it, but I'm
Dirty
not sure.
Bomb's kind of, it's kind of like Overwatch. That's a game I can actually kind of compare it to.
It's
But
a lot.
got-
To me, it's
Overwatch, Counter-Strike.
It's kind of like, it reminds me a lot of like Combat Arms or AVA. If you guys have ever played Combat Arms or AVA, it reminds me a lot of those games,
Looks
and that's
kinda
why I
like
didn't
a-
like it because
I know what Dirty Bomb is. Okay, yeah, okay.
it's those free online FPS games. That's where I started. I started my FPS journey not just on, I always say like Medal of Honor and the original Black Ops. That's true. I'm not lying, but playing online playing games online. That was those kind of free online FPS games, and Dirty Bomb just brings back PTSD. So,
You guys should have seen it when me and Boom tried to play, what's it called? Payday 2. That was funny.
oh god, us trying to play Payday 2 was pretty cancer. I don't know if I
I
have the
really
patience
liked
for
Payday,
that.
to be honest.
I don't know if I'm a huge fan.
God. Gotta love that Black Ops 2 at half price is still $45 on Steam.
Wait, well, wait.
Cool.
Half price. It's $45.
Yeah, it's 90
What?
US dollars on Steam. Like, it's still this is something that never makes sense to me. It's the most expensive, like, it's more expensive than IW, Black Ops 3, every other Call of Duty.
Wait,
and
what? Say that again? Like what COD?
Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2 is how much on here?
$90 regularly, and 44 at the moment.
Okay.
Wait, does it include all the map packs?
No, just the base game.
Wait a minute. Oh. Jesus Christ. What the I don't
the
even,
digital
I'm not gonna even...
the digital deluxe edition is $110.
Oh my.
So yeah.
Wow. That's impressive.
I don't. Why?
I don't know.
Because like no one
You know-
buys it on Steam. It's bullshit. Like it's pure bullshit.
Do you know what
It's ridiculous.
is completely out of proportion here? Modern Warfare 3, $19 on sale. Modern Warfare 2 is $10. COD 4 is also $10.
Mm-hmm.
That seems out of proportion.
And World at War is $20. They know where to hit you.
Wait, really? Oh, for me
That
it's only
game is
10.
still.
It's so annoying because like that World at War is
It's
the
'cause of
one Call of
custom
Duty that I
zombies.
don't have.
It's because of custom.
I
World
wanted
at War. Yeah, that's literally all I played with World at War. Is zombies. The custom zombies. Oh, so fun.
I want to play the campaign. I don't give a fudge about the multiplayer. The multiplayer is dead on PC. I just want to play the campaign. I'm not paying $20 or the original asking price of $40. It's still $40 without the sale. Like Call of Duty on PC is expensive, man. It's stupid. You can get if you went and bought like an Xbox like 360 PS3 edition, it'd be like in a bargain bin somewhere.
Mhm.
So it's ridiculous.
Fucked again. Do you remember? Did we ever figure out why IW said it was $5 less on PC, or did we never like look more into that? Or sorry, not Infinite Warfare. Sorry, Call of Duty World War II is $5 less on PC.
No.
It's not 50. It's not $60. It's 55. $54.99.
Let me have a look because I thought on Steam it was.
That's weird. I don't understand that. Like how?
It
like,
showed up. It was a Canadian
I-
listing, and it showed it for PC as being 55.
Yeah, I can get like PC is probably a little bit more expensive than a console of, I guess, Call of Duty because porting, because the game's developed for console then ported to PC. But still, like, I don't. It being really expensive doesn't make sense, but I don't know why they would make it cheaper.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's so
It could have just been a Canadian thing, but I don't know. I still bought it. I still pre-ordered.
I'd love to get some of these Final Fantasies. I know I'll get bored of turn-based. That's why I want the new one because it's for ADD children like myself. It's very Kingdom Heartsy, and that makes me want it.
Okay, yeah, I'm not the. Okay, I'm just I felt like I was the only one that didn't like the turn-based thing with Final Fantasy. I hated it.
It's boring
Never
to me.
played
And when they
any of them.
started, like, they basically turned like the turn-based thing into like a quick time event thing with like the newer ones with like prettier graphics. It was just like turn-based, quick time event. It's like this is not engaging me as a player. Like those are fun sometimes. Those are fun like on like mobile or like on like a Game Boy or something. But as soon as it's hard for me to spend money, like real like solid money on a fucking turn-based RPG for me. But gotta go edit. Okay, go edit. Nice. Hey, he's kind of plugging his channel there subtly. That's the way you do it. See ya, Boom. I gotta go edit one of my videos I post on my channel. It's like, hey, good job. Kingdom Hearts was before my time. Make it during your time and fucking get an emulator and play it.
You know, I'm probably from Boom. Yeah, I've never played Kingdom Hearts.
Get an emulator.
I
Get an emulator and
honestly
you play it.
never played it.
You can play it.
Don't worry,
You
I'm
can
with
play
you
it in
on
full
that one.
1080p, 60 FPS if you have an emulator.
Burnwell screen share with you just to make sure that your playing experience is smooth.
Yeah, I will screen share with anybody. Okay, oh god. Okay, 1 second. I will screen share with my friends. I just kicked my desk. I will screen share with my friends to make sure they get the optimal 60 FPS 1080p bullshit that is required to enjoy those games. Because I'm not a graphics guy all the way, but PS2 is a little rough on the eyes. PS2 is a little 480p. That's a little rough. I need a little.
Is it crazy to sit there and think like? I mean, obviously, you know, things change and things get better, but back then it was perfect. It was really good to have that quality of game, and then look where we're at now, especially with consoles.
Oh yeah, that's the thing with like the developers saying the Xbox One X is basically a gaming PC. Is like that was never even thought of just 6 years ago. That would have been insanity. So here's actually a good deal for you guys. Fallout New Vegas is $2.49 on Steam right now.
Or alternatively,
Yes.
one that I can recommend for a little bit more is
On the flip side,
Shadow of Mordor is $10 on Steam. I can recommend that.
That's
very, very
$5
good
in
game.
America here.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
Well, anything like that at that price, because that's a good 30, 40-hour game. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna buy the second one. So
oh yeah, Jack just reminded me of something. Why did Sony turn down the cross-platform for Minecraft? With
said
the
it was
new
unsafe.
Xbox One X.
They said it was unsafe for players or young players to be playing with people from other consoles.
Ew, it gets contaminated.
As if Xbox doesn't have a fucking like security protocols and rules and shit. As if the Nintendo Switch doesn't either. Like, if anybody's usually like the overprotective one, it's usually Nintendo. But no, it was Sony that was like, it's not safe for gamers. But do you guys remember what they said about backwards compatibility? That it hurts gamers. It hurts gamers because it puts people in older games.
I remember you post that. Why? How is that bad?
Well, basically the idea is that if a gamer buys a $60 brand new AAA game, and there's less players because of the fact that there's less players because people are playing older games, that's bad for gamers. And Jade is back. I thought Jade was dead. So now I have both my moderators. You guys can't fuck around anymore. You can't fuck around anymore. You got 2 mods now. I had to download APK files to get YouTube on my Kindle. Nice. Clever. I tried to get my friend to do that recently. He had a Kindle. He's like, it doesn't do much. I'm like, there's ways around that shit, dude. You can fuck with a Kindle. Nice to have you back, Jade.
I remember when Kindles were like hardcore the shit.
I can't stand them. I prefer physical reading of a book. Libraries. I'm old-fashioned. Sorry.
They're just cheap tablets. They really are. But you can get them to do stuff. Okay, so I don't know why I'm not sharing my thing here, but like Mass Effect 1 and 2 is $8. That's not bad.
Oh, Mass Effect 2. I played that this year, and I loved that game. It was so good.
Oblivion $7, Game of the Year edition. It's not bad. Stalker is what I've heard is a really good game, and it's only $5 here.
What even is it? Like, it's the Pripyat one, isn't it?
Stalker is kind of a Fallout setting, but it's way less scripted and it's way less conversation based, from what I've heard.
It's not like it's single player.
Yeah, it's a big single player, atmospheric, open world, post apocalyptic kind of horror thing going on.
If it was co-op, I might have done it. If I want that kind of game, I can buy Metro. They're both $5. Like
That's
Metro
true.
Lost Light and stuff, and I love those games.
Dragon Age Origins was actually just given to all Xbox users for free, which is cool. And it's over here for like $15, and I'm like, oh, okay. This is this is a gem. This game is a goddamn gem. I do not like side scrollers. I normally don't. I don't like 2D RPGs. Dust is the complete counter to that. And it's only $3. If you guys like RPGs, if you guys like charming, responsive, fun to play RPGs, play Dust.
Have you guys ever played MapleStory?
I've heard a lot about it.
Am I the only weirdo here?
Probably.
I have a friend who's hardcore into it that has a channel dedicated to it. So no, I don't judge.
I've never.
I got into it really hard for a good solid, I think, year. Like it was, I don't know. I had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, I mean, like,
it
just doesn't really attract me. But people say it's really good.
Exactly. So. Like when my friend was trying to get me to play it, I'm like, oh, dude, this is weird as fuck. What is this? And I played it. And I'm like, whoa, this is pretty fun. And it hooked me for a while.
They are triggered. We haven't had our servers hacked. Yeah, if anybody should be worried. Child with lights on here. That's not terrible. I hate this. Every time I go from page to page, it says Final Fantasy, but they're not. Ooh, fan service hentai games. Every time I go on here, I see Final Fantasy, but it's not the one that I really want, and it's pissing me off. Why would they not make that one? Wow. Fallout 3 is $2.49. I don't like Fallout 3 anymore. I actually watched a review that changed my mind about Fallout 3. I used to like it until I heard some things, and now I can't go back into it without thinking it, and it's ruined it for me, and I hate it now. It's a terrible game. Take my word for it. I'm a YouTuber.
What was it?
I watched an hour-and-a-half review that basically tore it a new one without being overly petty either. Like, it went after it as a open-world RPG.
Yeah, I've always had an issue with Fallout. Like it felt kind of lackluster for the type of, support, I guess, studio-wise the game had. Like, when building the game, it just kind of felt like lackluster. I don't know. That's why I never really got into Fallout.
Me games? I'm not trying to sound ungrateful, but what the fuck? What is this? One finger death punch.
One of the most addictive games on Steam.
Is it multiplayer?
I can't begin to describe it because you'll laugh at me, but once you play it, damn, it's addictive. So it'll take like less than 30 seconds to install, I guarantee you. It's like an old stick figure game, but it is so good.
People are breaking their bank over me today. That's
it's $1.24.
Oh, okay, never mind.
There's one game I want to see you play because I want to see because I know it's not the type of game that you play, so it'd be interesting to see how you react to it.
I appreciate it. I just feel like,
trust me, it's a 5-minute game. Like, if you don't enjoy it, like, I won't get any, like, it won't make me feel bad. So
nice.
People keep sending me games. It's always flattering when I get stuff, but I always kind of feel bad. Now I gotta buy something for Scarecrow now. Let's see, what am I gonna get?
No, you don't. You don't.
Let's get something for Scarecrow, guys. What should I buy Scarecrow?
Get him some story, like weird anime.
I'm gonna buy him one of those anime hentai games.
Oh god, you know what? I'll probably end up liking it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it'll just end up like making you like hentai. It's like, oh wow, well that didn't work.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with any of that.
Nothing wrong with perfect anime.
I am male after all, and of the appropriate age.
I am a guy, fellow guys. I like the boobs. Love it.
Beautiful.
Show me the review. Oh, do you guys want the review for that? Sure, man. That is a video I actually need to share. I thought about doing a series on my channel occasionally where I share 5 videos that I think everybody should watch.
Oh, One Finger Death Punch. Yeah, that's a good game. I just realized what that was.
Let's see.
I'm just saying, Boom, that you probably like you might want to maybe end the stream and start it again or something.
Why is that?
Because I don't know, we've just been going for 2 hours and the debate ended like
We are
45 minutes ago.
we are long. When someone goes to watch it, they'll watch it for the debate, and if they stick through this, then my viewer retention will go through the roof, and YouTube will be very confused.
Okay then.
If anybody, if this really like, I don't think it'll irritate anybody. I don't think so. Should be fine. Masturbation simulator.
It
Masturbation
does
simulator.
not exist. It's porn. Jeez, it's not that hard.
It's not. Imagine
That was
needing
not a pun.
imagine
I'm
needing a
sorry.
simulator for something like that.
Well, people pay for porn, so nothing. I mean,
I don't get that. I don't fucking get that. Like, you don't need to indulge in that shit and just fucking dabble your dick and get out. Like, I don't get it.
mhm.
Why would you make a fucking commitment to it? That's just weird to me. It's like
Because, like, you
sex.
haven't-
It's like, why would you pay for something that's so abundantly free?
No, but you put it on your shelf and you're like, you show it off like, and this is my favorite part right
Oh, you're talking about
here.
like
And it's
physical
like,
copies? I'm talking about people that like pay for like Pornhub Premium and shit. Yeah, if you buy a
No,
physical
well,
copy,
I-
then fuck you too. Like that's so
I never
dumb.
no like that is like I know that's a weird topic, but I never understood that like why people do that like pay for that stuff. It's you can get it for free
I know. And
if you really wanted to.
Go to Google Images, type in
There you
big
go.
boobs, no bra, and that's all you need.
that's if you want the tame version of it, but
Big
whatever.
boobs,
Yeah.
no bra.
Big boobs. No, bro.
Twerking girl boobs.
Yeah.
Twerking girl boobs. I think is actually like
It's like a kid at school trying to like find a way to get pictures when he's like with their word blocked. A lot of them.
yeah.
has to be
Did
really
Google
creative.
used to not be like show that stuff because I could have sworn it wasn't like that, and then randomly I noticed that stuff was.
Now it shows up even if you don't look for it. That's why Smosh made that joke where it's like you look up a picture of a toaster and you get a hot girl shoving toaster up her butt. Like it's relatively common to like go into Google Images, keep scrolling until you see titties. Like that's just
Well, with the way YouTube
Wow.
is, a little bit, you could probably find a channel and do the same thing.
oh yeah,
know,
you can
just
actually
with
if
the
you
thumbnails.
there you can find nudity just by looking up like massage videos or like hair removal videos or
I was-
nudist videos. It's a real thing.
That I was kind
Yeah,
of
but we're over here
commenting-
getting demonetized for swearing.
For saying World War II in our titles.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Makes sense.
No, they did. I think they get demonetized too, but it's up there.
How big was One Punch Man?
As a show?
No, the game. Like, I'm actually curious because like it shouldn't be very big. I think it was like
Oh,
would be
you,
bigger
oh,
than,
you
like-
said One Punch Man. You mean Finger Punch?
yeah, because it's it's easier
One
to
Punch
say.
Man.
That's like a different thing. I don't know how big is it. Let's see if I go to install it. 200 megabytes. Are you trying to kill me? I can do it. I can fit that into my busy schedule.
I don't know, man. 126 kilobytes per second might take you a while.
Is Jade
No,
just
the
fucking-
worst the worst thing when downloading a game from Steam or whatever, playing a game on PC is when you download it thinking you can play it, but then the moment you try and open it, you realize you're getting like 2 frames a second.
I'll tell you what's even worse is like what it used to happen on Steam. It doesn't happen anymore. But you used to buy a game, download it, and then go to play it, and it says, "We will now install 6 patches," which is like 4
Oh.
gigs. Come back in a week.
Yeah, yeah.
And, like I'm just sitting down to play. Everything's great, and fuck, I'm coming back later today. So that used to suck. Now, thankfully, it just downloads all in one go.
Luckily for me, the 2 games that were purchased for me today are not very big, so I can download them right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe I will stop the stream and start it up again and like play them or something, either tomorrow or tonight. Hot
I really
18
want you
plus
to get
education.
addicted to it.
What if I do and no one ever hears from me again? I'm already addicted to a game right now, dude. You can't do this to me.
Or you could just like completely hate it, and you could, you know.
Oh yeah. I do
That
hate
too.
everything.
I mean, well,
Oh, I
judging
got a
from
Steam
YouTube
notification.
channel
I thought
lately.
someone else bought me another game. I was like, no, don't do
Stop
it.
buying me shit.
I'm not.
I
worth
love
it. Okay,
There's a
okay.
game
I just got a tweet, and this is back towards the debate. Okay. It's not about what they say. If it's competitive, you want your teammates to play their best. If they aren't, they should be punished.
and their entire family and their like name should be discredited.
Fall on
top
your
of their-
sword, soldier. Like fucking
Execute
hell.
them. Just how dare you be bad at a video game on my time?
Look at this shit. Yeah, I'm sorry. If they don't play their best... Whoa, I zoomed in way too much. Let's zoom out a little bit. Okay. It's not about what they say. If it's competitive, you want your teammates to play their best. If they aren't, they should be punished. He's not even talking about what they say. If they're not playing their best, they should be punished. That is... See? That's the mentality that's fucking... That's weird to me.
I don't know, man. It might be a good, you know, motivator. If you so much as slip under a 1.5 KD, I will. Well, things will happen.
Yeah. Punish me, Daddy. I've been such a bad competitive player. You go negative, you get whipped. Like, fuck. Like, I don't get it.
Just firing squad. Just line them up. Just like. Your punishment. You have slipped under a 1.5
See, yeah, people
KD.
like that don't help. It doesn't help.
No, it doesn't help at all.
I don't get it. They should be punished. Punished. What is that language? I don't like that. I don't like the way. I don't like the fact that he uses the word
They
punished.
should be punished.
That's
it's
like that's authoritarian. What's
That's
the
the
word?
authoritarian thing I'm talking about.
But it's like what's the? It's like dictatorship. Like what's the?
Thou shall not go negative in my game.
Fight cancer with a permaban. Exactly. Wow.
God, if I had that mentality, I would have quit Black Ops 3 like. Let's just say a long time ago. I would have quit Call of Duty a long time ago. I would have quit online
See, yeah,
gaming
I like,
a long time ago.
and I don't know if you kind of put me in with that. Like, that's not what I was trying to, you know. I'm not for that.
No, that's extremism. That's fine.
Yeah.
You're right in that
You
camp.
know that man is a sex dungeon. Well, then him and I have two things in common. Seriously. How do you
What,
get to
you're
the point in
recommending
your
you
head
have a dungeon?
where you hop into a match and you're like, yo, motherfuckers better be ready to be in a match with me? Like, seriously. Thou shalt not go negative, thus saith the Lord. Exactly. Judge, jury, and
Like,
executioner.
I
Like,
could
that's
not-
the attitude.
I couldn't take that serious, honestly.
You are in a game with moi. Step up and do well. I command you. Your king has descended upon this mortal lobby. Do well in my name.
Yeah. What if I don't get reported, bitch?
Yeah, exactly. Get reported, bitch.
My
Permaban.
dad works at Activision, and if I press this report button, it goes straight to him.
Permaban.
I
Go
remember
negative and you
those.
get no food. Dude.
It's like you step up to the table. It's like, son, what was your KD today? Sorry,
You
Dad.
no
I
dinner
couldn't do
tonight? No.
Here, you're reported.
Yeah.
Son, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're reported.
You've been reported.
I had to report you to the authorities. I can't have a son that slips below a 1.5 KD. I just can't live with myself. Just
That
can't
is
happen.
that is. I'm gonna thank that guy. I'm gonna thank him for giving me such comedic opportunities there.
Just send him like the past 5 minutes of him shit talking. I was just shit talking.
Thank you so much for this cringy tweet.
Punished. The fuck?
It's like when I imagine punished, I imagine like somebody getting like whipped or
I
stunned.
can't. Like, the thing is, people probably take them seriously.
Yeah.
As one of my favorite streamers say, and that man votes.
Oh man. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. See, that's the thing. Like, there's people like that, and me as somebody that knows I'm not consistent in my skill level. I don't really adjust well to like multiple shooters like in the same day and shit. And so if I like went to, let's say, record a Shooter Saturday episode, then I went to go play Overwatch competitive later, I might do really badly. And there's a mentality out there, and I'm not going to pretend it's the whole community because that's what these people do, but there's a mentality out there amongst them that's like, fucking faggot, deserve to be punished.
Fucking faggot.
Oh, I've seen that Scarecrow. That is the best video on the internet.
I got gold elims get reported.
Yeah. Fucking hell. That is some bullshit. I think I'm gonna end the stream with, you're all fucking punished. Every last fucking one of you. Punished. But I mean,
Get good, scrub.
Get good, scrubs. Fuck all of you. You're all worthless.
You're all banned.
But I can't leave now because fucking Scarecrow's not here, so he'll just come back and we'll be gone. So I guess I have to actually keep this going a little bit.
Punish him. Punish your chat.
Yeah. Bam. Punished. I did it. I went positive today, Daddy. Not fucking good enough. Not.
Better step it up or you're gonna get reported.
You're gonna get disowned. Oh my gosh. They should be punished. I can't believe that that's an. I can't unhear that. Like, people should try their hardest in competitive.
Yeah, now I realize the kind of what you did and what you said. I kind of realize that now. I didn't know it was that bad,
that's the mentality that I was mad about. That's the mentality that irritates the fuck out of me. So let's share a video. Let's actually watch one of my old videos that's not new at all, and watch it and see if it relates to this at all.
Whoa, you're gonna get reported, dude. Chill.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm copywriting myself. All these drunkards and goof-offs in my competitive video games, don't they realize that teamwork is essential to win? Now, if only there was some way I could slap these people on the wrist. Don't they realize that they're supposed to be helpful? It is a competitive, team-based game. I'm just going to have to write a strongly worded letter.
Cool.
Sorry it had to come to this, but rules are rules. If you're not going to help the team... Who was that
Punished.
person? I don't even know who they were. I'm fucking punishing people so hard.
Punish Scarecrow for leaving.
I'm sorry, man. I'm fucking hungry.
Scarecrow, how can I punish you? I'm gonna buy you a shitty game.
Punish me.
Daddy,
I suppose.
I just now started listening to your stream. I sound like a fucking hillbilly. I'm scared.
I like the fear in your voice. I sound like a hillbilly. No, you don't sound like a hillbilly.
Hey, I mean, if they can tolerate my voice, they sure as hell can tolerate yours.
I have no hillbilly, so I don't know.
See,
I don't know. It's not a big deal. Nobody minds too much. Warface Icebreaker. What the fuck is Warface?
yeah, I guess I'm a hillbilly. I live in Alabama. I hope Hope I'm not punished for that.
Wait,
I don't want to get reported.
Is that the same Warface that I know, or am I thinking of Warframe?
Warface is the free-to-play shooting game.
game.
It's not. It's not. Yeah, it's the Crytek one. It's not the Ninja one. There's Warface and there's Warframe.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that is. I did play that
Warface.
on 360 back when it was on its beta, and everybody hated it. Oh my god. Okay, this is something important for everybody. Doom on Steam is $15. If you have a gaming PC and you do not own Doom or have not played through its story, I'd recommend that for $15. That's woof. That's good.
Wolfenstein's $10 too, if you're interested. For anyone.
Wait, really? New Order?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. But that's not bad. Those are some quality memes actually. Dark Souls, Sniper Elite 4, Tomb Raider, Dying Light's $23.
I just seen that. Why is Boom turning red? Is he going?
Am I what?
Is he going to go boom boom?
Am I really turning red? Oh, it's just the lighting, I guess. You ain't from Alabama unless you fucked your sister and cousin.
Whoa, bro.
Hear ye, hear ye.
What if they're the same thing though? Does that count?
How dare you kiss my daughter, but pa?
That is like, I don't know. That is like the worst thing. Because it's like, if you have a southern accent, it kind of like, it indirectly correlates you with being illiterate or, you know, just dumb, I guess.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't hear it in your voice or in Boom's. Like, to me, like,
I don't really have a southern
don't.
accent. I have a northern accent. That's why it sounds pretentious.
Well,
yeah.
I can't, like,
Nice.
I can't. It doesn't sound hillbilly to me. I mean, maybe I'm just uncultured. Maybe my ears.
You
aren't
might be
sensitive
uncultured.
enough.
I mean, you are from Australia, and Australia hates
Yeah.
culture. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Boom. Give us an
Yes.
opinion on Control Freaks. I use them, and they're good.
They're
Comfortable.
cheating. You're
They're-
using gaming products to boost your stats.
Yes. Much like the NetDumas and the Scuff
I may-
controllers of the day, it is cheating.
I think I made a video about it. I might have deleted it because it was a bad video, but I don't know. I felt like they really weren't as big as a difference as people made them out to be. That when I initially bought them, thought it was going to be. Like, it was one of those things where if it helped a little bit, but as soon as I took them off, it ruined my game. Like,
Yeah.
you know how good I was doing.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
That one sentence might have been one of the most hypocritical things I've ever said. As I sit in, like, at my desk with my gaming headset and my gaming mouse and gaming.
Yeah, you can't be a
keyboard and my
PC gamer and get mad about
mat.
peripherals unless it's a NetDuma. Then you just be mad at the
Whoa.
fact that there's a company out there fucking marketing a lag-free experience when that's impossible. But whatever.
Lag-free experience.
They eat kangaroos.
Wait,
and
they
drink
they
puss?
really do that? They really like advertise as like
Yeah,
like,
they advertise it as it's just a big fucking QoS system, and you can like choose which region to find games in, which by the way makes matchmaking with your friends really difficult. But like no, yeah, they advertise as being so fast and so it prioritizes your console or your PC so much that it just raises your KD automatically. It's just bam, all of a sudden you got 4-bar, there's no more ping problems, there's no more packet loss, there's no more game lag. Everything is in your favor now.
Yep, and you know what's gonna help out there?
What's that?
No reporting.
No reporting.
Yeah,
that's
no
what I'm
reporting.
thinking.
You don't get reported ever again.
You know what? I have a feeling that the people that get a NetDoomer and then complain are like the people that get assassinated. They just get shot because I never hear anyone complain about a NetDoomer aside from Boom, and he's like the one person I have heard complain. So
I think it's confirmation bias too. I think it's
literally the only thing I can think of, and I'm not trying to sound like a networking pro here, but
Mhm.
I like dealing with like networking and stuff like that. But what I'm thinking of, like, there is really no way unless your ISP is deliberately screwing you over with whatever DNS you're going through,
Mhm.
or anything like that, that it's really gonna help you out much. Like it may help you out a little bit, but not very much. You're gonna notice it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like there's, well, confirmation bias is so easy to do. I told my friend that I had changed a setting on his router when I was at his house once. I told him that I changed a setting that was inhibiting him from having a good connection. And it was weeks when I played online with him. It was weeks of, oh my god, it's so much better. Oh my god, I can kill so many more people. I didn't do a damn thing. I just rebooted his fucking router. Like, I rebooted it because it kept going out, and I just rebooted it. And all of a sudden...
Yeah, and if you're... Here, tip for the chat here. If you're having network problems, literally just restart your router. It'll help out most of the issue. You don't need to buy a NetDuma.
No.
Pro tip. Literally just restart your router.
I have a $14,000 router. My god, now. See, that's the frustrating thing. Also, is like a lot of issues that happen when you're playing online. There are a lot of issues that are happening all the time when you play online, but you probably don't notice a lot of them, and most of them are not caused by your router. Like, there's so many other factors there. You're not just going to remedy lag in like a 6v6 situation or a 32v32 situation and just be like, oh, okay, no more lag. I have a fast router with better QoS settings. It's like, no. Somebody asking for a shout out?
Rip, you're banned.
What?
God damn it.
She fucking banned him. Oh my god.
Yeah, because he spammed before, and then...
Oh, he did? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, if you
But
scroll
it's still
up a
really
little
funny,
bit,
though.
There's a little...
She's a respectable robot that monitors the chat for... Man. Computer repair persons be like, burnt your PC? Restart it. Oh, God. Like,
man.
there's local
Just try
computers...
turning it on and off again.
Oh my god. The area here, like, there's a store here in Idaho, and if you took in, my friend took in a computer without RAM in it, right? And it just had no RAM in it. But he's like, I think the motherboard's fried on this thing, and he's like, there's no RAM in it. I left that at home. He's like, I took it out and I forgot to bring it. He's like, so you guys have to supply your own. He's like, yeah, we have tons of RAM. It's like, okay, cool. He's like, hey, and he comes back and they're like, we couldn't get it to work, and he looks and there's no RAM in it. He's like, did you put the RAM in it? He's like, there's no RAM in it? It's like, oh my god. So the whole time they were trying to get a computer to run that had no RAM chips plugged in. I was like, Jesus Christ. They couldn't get it to work properly. I'm like, no shit. That's great. I completely forgot. Can you imagine not getting a computer to run and then never opening it up and looking inside it? Like,
Well, fun fact, I ran on my computer's CPU for the first 3 months, not knowing that, I had plugged into the wrong port, and my games were running like shit. So, that was kind of my first mistake. This was quite a few years ago. I have.
But you didn't forget to fucking put the RAM chips in before you turned your computer on.
No, I did not.
Wait, what were we talking about? I missed out. I was not here.
Oh, my friend took a computer into a repair store. He let them know. He made an effort to let them know that there's no RAM in it. They'll need to put the RAM in it. He's like, the motherboard is fried. I forgot the RAM at home because he took them out earlier. He's like, oh yeah, that's fine. And apparently, maybe the guy just like passed on to somebody else. Couldn't get it to work. And then my friend went to pick it up. The guy was like, he's like, well, it doesn't work. And my friend's like, did you put the RAM in it? And he was like, what? And they open it up and there's no RAM in it. So like then they put the RAM inside, and they found out, it's like, oh, it is a motherboard issue. It's like, fucking yeah. That's just great.
Wow.
Like, you wouldn't imagine not getting a computer to work properly and then never opening it up to see if things are plugged in right and set right. No, of course not. What's going on with the chat? I don't know. GameStop told me $2 trillion. My $2 trillion game collection was worth $4.20 in store credit. Goodness.
Is that still a thing where you have to be 18 in order to like get actual money?
I don't
instead
think
of
so.
store credit.
I don't think so.
The weirdest thing that's ever happened to me in the equivalent of a GameStop, like EB Games, was some guy gave me like an old Xbox 360 years and years ago, and it was like in working order and everything. And I used it for about a month, but like we didn't want to pay for Xbox, like what is it, Live or anything like that. So we decided we'll just like trade it in. So I took it in, and the guy at the counter could not open the box. He couldn't figure out how to lift the flaps and like unfold the box. He spent about 2 minutes, no joke, trying to get into the box. Then he just said, "Screw it, I'll give you $80 credit for it." He didn't even. I could have put a rock in there and traded it in, and he wouldn't have known. And then I got like a couple games out of it. And I remember like I was giggling. It was probably he was getting so embarrassed that eventually he just gave up and said, "Fuck it, here's your credit." Get out.
Get a pair of scissors, you fucking mongoloid. What the fuck?
It was. I still remember that so clearly. It was so funny. Anyway.
Yeah, Red Smoke. I don't know if they do it anymore, but I know before when I can't remember, but I know when I was younger, they made it, or there was a thing where you had to be like 18 or something like that in order to get real money instead of store credit.
Yeah. Ooh, my fucking monitors did the thing again. Is my graphics card overheating or something? What is going on? Nope, that's not that hot. What's wrong with it? What? Can you hear me? You guys there?
Yeah, I hear y'all.
Oh,
Or
cool.
y'all, you. Y'all, you.
I
Nice.
dropped another fucking 1,000 frames. What the fuck? I think on that
Right.
note, I might have to end the stream. Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a little bit rough.
It said you like when you said that it like was like loading or whatever. It was buffering or something.
Yeah, it's working right now, but damn, son. Like it's showing up correctly, I guess, but like my software is fucking up. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, guys. Something's going on here, so tell us your cool boy strats. No, thank you. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what's going on. That's
Streamception, holy damn.
right. Oh, it's doing. Yeah, it's- I do apologize. Yet I don't
Okay.
apologize.
Looking into the abyss of nice.
So I'll probably stream tomorrow. I'll stream the 2 games that were purchased for me tonight, which is I will check here.
I love how
One
every
Finger
time you
Deathmatch.
flip between your webcam, it just like.
Oh yeah, One Finger Death Punch and Geometry Dash. So I'm gonna play those 2 games on stream tomorrow. So look out for that. So as soon as I'm done recording Shooter Saturday, I will I'll start those up. So it's been really nice hanging out with all of you guys. It was nice talking to you, Vizik, and thanks for showing up, Scarecrow. If you guys want to, actually, I'll just do it here. I'm gonna link their channels downeth beloweth here.
Downeth, beloweth.
Oh yes,
Whoa.
We liveth in period timeth now.
yes you damn do. All right,
Bye, fleshy mammals. What is this? Merc music?
bye, fleshy animals. What am I looking for? There it is. Okay. Brain machine broke. Understandable. All right. There's Scarecrow. Copy. Unsubscribe. Wait, no, sorry. Copy.
Whoa.
There's
You're
Scarecrow's channel. I hope you guys like that. Go ahead and go there. Is my webcam showing up okay?
Looks good. My end.
Okay.
Red Smoke, I am eternally grateful.
Why?
He said he subbed, like he's already subbed, so.
Oh, okay. And then this is Physic's channel. Shout me out. God damn it, Waffles. It's been a good run, but now I have to ban you. Very sorry.
Report him first, then. Banner.
Report.
Yeah, report him.
Punish.
Punish him.
Ah. Fuck.
You know, I just when you linked my channel, I realized I haven't changed my like YouTube
URL.
URL.
No, you haven't.
That is like old as heck. Holy crap.
Bam. There
But
you go.
yeah. You're banned.
There's Waffles too. Waffles is a longtime supporter, so.
Punish me, witch.
All right.
Thou shalt be punished.
Waffles' location on Twitter is none of your fucking business. That's great. All right, so it has been a lot of fun. It's been nice talking to everyone. Waffles, if you ask for another one of those fucking shoutouts, I'm banning you forever. So I will see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for showing up, and yeah, goodbye. You guys have to do the goodbye now, actually.
Goodbye. I can't do it. It doesn't reach that
no.
high.
You tried way too hard,
Goodbye.
Crow.
Oh,
Goodbye.
I don't do that. Sorry.
I don't do that. I'm not gay. All right. All right. Let's turn this off.